Wake up! Wake up, wake up, wake up! Up you wake, up you wake, up you wake, up you wake! This is Mr. Senior Love Daddy, your voice of choice. The world's only 12-hour strong man on the air. And that's the truth. Root.
Welcome to Bennington.
I don't know where I'm going from here, but I promise I won't bore you.
I want you to take your hand out of the bowl of Fritos, throw away your National Enquirer, and pick up the phone. Go ahead, pick it up, and call Bennington. Talk radio. It's the last neighborhood in town. People just don't talk to each other anymore.
You would be very lucky if in your whole life you saw the work of one genius.
The form of the tragic autobiography is dead. Goodbye, written word. So I have chosen this form, radio, to author my life.
Hashtag Bennington.
This is Mr. Senior Love Daddy doing the nasty to your ears to the nasty. Eyes only play the platters that matter, the matters they platter. And that's the truth.
Bum, 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 bum. By the way, that aspect we're never supposed to mention. That other thing.
Oh, really? Oh, yes.
Yeah, what I just brought up. All right, when's the song over, Chris? I want to jump out and start the show with a lot of energy.
It's been over about 10 seconds now.
Okay, I need a signal from you. I want to get the 30, and the 10, and then the countdown. We brought up before how Chris over counts down.
Yes, he does. He starts a good 2 minutes away and gives you 10 seconds on every
We were
update.
we were having a smoke and vape outside, and he goes like this: 30 minutes till show. I go, stop.
I just want to keep everyone
Careful.
abreast.
Careful.
That on my notes.
I know. You know what? Just tell me you're taking a drink, and then I won't say a Chris thing.
Yeah.
By the way, this is the Bennington show. We're gonna have a giveaway for anybody in the Spokane, Washington area. The David Cross show, July 2nd at the Bing Crosby Theater. Boom, 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 boom. Dave Cross is here. Tickets will be at will call. I have to point this out that we're not going to fly you there. It's for people in the Spokane area. So if you're in Illinois, don't bother trying to win these tickets unless you really like to drive.
What about a voucher?
No. Please don't add to it. It's the Bennington show. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And I am Ron Bennington. An amazingly fun, terrific Unmasked yesterday with tons of surprises. I never missed an Unmasked because yesterday with Voss was incredible. So we're playing that Friday.
It's Friday, yes, 2:00.
You know, even CBS Sunday Morning did a thing about Fridays in New York now. It's being everyone just disappears.
Yeah, and now it's starting to seem like late Thursday, and then even Monday morning seems slow. So it looks like we're having a good 4.5-day weekend at all times in the city.
Why? Because we will take a mile. You give us an inch and we will take a mile. Okay, for those tickets, and this thing never got turned on today. It's a funny joke to me. The tickets, 844 Rock God, 844 Rock God will take you off the air. Vito will take your call off the air. He's extremely detailed, so he will get your phone number and address.
Yeah, he'll get all your deets. I call him just when I'm in a hurry. I'll just call him deets.
Spokane, Washington, the Bing Crosby Theater. Isn't it hard when you believe like girls used to love that guy?
Sex symbol.
Yeah, he was a sex symbol. Hey, everybody.
Oh, my God.
Hey, everybody. I'm going to bump for you a little bit today.
I love the way he pronounces his B's.
And Dean Martin, they said, basically picked up his style. And then Elvis picked up that style. And then Jim Morrison picked up that style. So no Bing Crosby, no Jim Morrison.
See, that makes a lot of sense. But they're all like weird evolutions of each other.
This is the my only friend, the end.
But especially when you hear him too, like, I'm gonna love you. Like, that's such a crooner
I know,
song.
he's a crooner. He's a crooner. This hasn't been put up today either, Chris. I don't have my phone lines up. It's Chris said to me late last night, he called me about 2:00 in the morning. I answer the phone. I think it's an emergency. You know, my parents are elderly. And I just hear a slurring Chris Stanley going, I'm going to fuck up your day tomorrow.
What?
And I go, Chris? And he goes, no, somebody else. By the way, Old Mexico getting the dog shit kicked out of them in the World Cup today.
Wow, that's really surprising. They're feeling very confident.
And Tom Rhodes, despite all your naysaying, Messi scores.
Yes.
And looks like Buenos Aires was just dancing in the streets.
Yeah. And what happened with Maradona?
Maradona had a breakdown of some kind yesterday. I don't want to say cocaine episode, but that's exactly what it looked like.
It was certainly an episode. And then he was hospitalized afterwards.
Yeah, I think they had to say, oh, he has, because he's just acting
right.
like himself, but there was a camera. He's fucking giving the finger to the Nigerians. And, they're not.
Yeah, there's no need to give them the finger. They're making a go of it.
And by the way, Maradona, the people's Maradona, that is not what the Nigerians call themselves, okay? Shortening Nigeria only makes you a bad person.
It's not a good idea.
In a few minutes, we're going to have Dave Attell and Jeff Ross in here. They've come up with a brilliant idea of touring together, calling it the Bumping Mics Tour, which is, let's face it, that's an odd name for a tour. And they're going to be Friday through Sunday at the Village Underground in New York City, 2 shows each night. They were at Montreal last year, and they were the talk of Montreal. You know what I mean? Everybody was saying this was the show, and they were wise enough. They've taken it. I think they've done 7 cities already with this tour, and now they're going to be in New York City this weekend.
Well, it's two powerhouses coming together, bumping mics.
It is. And from what I understand, there's not a lot of prep that goes into their show.
Good.
There isn't a great deal of prep. Do you understand how frightening it is at 2:00 in the morning and here's someone you know making threats about you?
Yeah,
the
that's
next
very
day?
scary.
Chris?
Yes.
I think it's funny that you're an alcoholic, but it's also frightening. Okay.
I didn't think it was going to affect you in this way. I don't
You
really
called
remember.
with a threat.
I want you to be self-destructive, not show-destructive.
Got it. I'll just keep it.
Self-destructive, I think, is hilarious.
Yeah, 'cause
Show-destructive, no.
self-destructive we can all enjoy.
You're like our Maradona. You look like him now.
Yeah.
You're both dating a Costa Rican girl.
You both always give the finger.
Oh, I
and
love
scream.
giving the finger. Yeah.
Do we need to plug anything else before these gentlemen pop in here?
Well, just that tomorrow we're going to be airing not tomorrow, Friday we're going to be airing the Rich Voss Unmasked at 2 p.m.
Here's what somebody said to me. That just upped the unmasked game.
Yes.
And I want to point this out. We ended up talking a lot about the Voss Roast, vossroast.com. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's I was telling this to somebody that I was laughing so hard at Jim Norton that I forgot that I knew him. And I actually said, this guy's unbelievable. And then I go, wait, I've known him for 18 years. But his game was on. Florentine's game was off the chain. Big J.
Yeah.
Big J has to come in at the end of hours and hours and hours of a roast where everybody kills. And then, no, come on in. You're more than welcome. We're on the air, but it's a lax show, so don't even worry about it. It's a show that doesn't really care or want anything. There's little lust for power or success with us. Gail's ready to hatch her egg any second.
Any moment.
I was in a cab with her through the bumpy potholes and before the unmasked, and I was literally thinking, don't let her go into labor now.
I know. We have it unmasked to do.
Yeah, and I'm not going to choose between my first grandchild and a very funny unmasked. I just refuse to choose. I love them both equally. Is that sick?
Well, I mean, Rich Voss is kind of like the grandson you've never had.
He is in a lot of ways. Going around telling everybody, this is a $15 shirt. Look at this shirt. I got it for $15. So what's the whole point of getting a bargain on a shirt if you tell everyone?
I don't know.
Just leave the price tag on. Yes, as much as you want to do. No, he's saying no.
Just shaking his head.
Come in, Vito. In terms of that curtain, is it whatever anyone needs?
I just needed it to see you guys for now.
Oh, but I meant if they need it, it's fine with me. I care not about anything. Look at me, Vito. Open the door again. I have zero cares. Look at me. Zero cares.
We're very comfortable in here right now.
If North Korea fires nukes, I don't care.
Not at all.
No. Unlike all the other people around here, I've had a long and fruitful life. I did a lot more than I ever set out to do.
I have a baby on the way. I have stuff to worry about.
That's your problem.
That's a YP.
My babies are all grown up and ready for a nuclear disaster. Chris, you're telling me we gave out all the Spokane tickets?
All the Spokane tickets are gone.
Spokane?
So I thought they pronounce it like Spokane?
That's the way I've always heard it.
Spokane.
I thought it was Spokane.
She
but
don't like Spokane.
Well, what was it last week? You were pronouncing something that, and then people called in like, no, that is a country. But the reason we didn't say it is because you mispronounced it in a way I'd never heard. You were saying
Did he say yearn?
No, he was he was saying Tanzania. And we're like, that's not a place. And people called, oh, it is a place. But that's because you've never heard anyone say it. It's Tanzania. I've never heard anyone say Tanzania.
That's what you were talking about?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I didn't know it was Tanzania.
This is what's keeping you from getting a network news job.
I'm just sunk.
Spokane is in big trouble, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Christ Stanley.
I love the Spokane.
Why don't you ever just go with Lane Stanley? Why can't that be your name for a while?
I'll take that name. It's pretty cool.
I heard a Dave Attell story a couple years ago. We had him at a Thanksgiving show, and he teased Vito. So Vito went home and quit his job.
What?
Yeah,
Is that true?
Vito told me that today.
So his day job, right? Like,
Yeah, well, he remember when he was a bartender?
yeah.
I think Dave did a joke about it. So Vito quit his job.
It's very extreme.
I don't think that you're supposed to do that from crowd work. It's not like a
No.
therapist.
Because just think about the amount of people who have been affected by crowd work then.
Well, this is the thing, you know, that Vito went home and tossed and turned and wondered what he should do with his life. And Dave just went on and did another show. You know what I
Right.
mean?
He
It did
forgot
not
about
mean
it.
the same thing to both of them.
And then, like, if you were to go to him now, like, I quit my job because of what you said to me a couple years ago, he'd be
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about? I don't know. I don't know
Uh,
what you're talking about.
Our interns are here. And yes, you know how like they were a little frightened of New York first?
Yes.
Yesterday after the mass, they went out to get their nails did.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
so cute.
So they're growed up, they growed up, they growed up.
And I overheard you said the exact same thing to them that I did minutes before. Do you guys know where you're going? Do you know both of us?
'Cause we
tried
worry
to be
about it.
like, do you need a cab? Do you need directions? What do you need?
I just have this image of Sydney somewhere down on the Lower East Side in her first knife fight.
No, Sydney.
Chris, you next week is 4th of July week,
Yes,
and you've put together the best ofs to reflect the Voss roast.
exactly. So people who we did Unmasked with, who are also on the Voss roast, will be playing there Unmasked throughout the week.
So we got Bonnie, Voss, and Bonnie together.
We have them. We've already played those, but we're gonna play Jim Norton. We're gonna play Big J. Okerson, Colin Quinn,
Wait,
Jim
you
Florentine.
just called him BJ Okerson.
Oh God!
He doesn't like that.
No, he doesn't want everybody to think that's what he gives out.
You can't rebrand
It's
him.
Big J,
Big
not
J.
BJ.
Big J.
What is your hurry? You won't say big.
What's up, BJ? BJO?
Why does this chair suck today?
It's weird.
Yeah, it just feels like it's going to go back until I die.
I noticed that yesterday. Remember yesterday we
Yeah.
switched spots and I was sitting in your chair and I
Yeah.
went to lean back.
You just
It
kept
was
going?
Terrifying.
It
Into the abyss.
remember in school where they would tell you all the time that last year someone leaned back and they broke their neck,
Yeah.
but you never got to meet that kid?
Yep. Never.
And I'm like, I know everyone in the 5th grade. How come I haven't met the paralyzed kid yet?
Let me tell you about a little someone who did what you did last year. There was always a lot of lectures.
And that what they would also be mad. Then when someone would fall back on their chair and the whole class would laugh, they treat you like you're a monster. Like you laughed at
Right.
someone who just paralyzed themselves.
Can we also clear up the fact that there is no permanent record?
No.
That doesn't exist.
There's not
It
even
was
a permanent record. It's serious.
that
No
they
one
were-
gives a shit
they
what
were
happens here.
constantly
God.
threatening us and saying, we'll write this down on your permanent
There
record."
is no system where Disco Dan would still have a
Oh God! No.
have a job.
No, his work ethic is so garbage.
And then grab that mic over there, Dan, for yourself. I heard it. No, you could grab the. We got
The couch mic.
The couch
Couch-
mic.
couch
Couch
mic.
mic. You don't deserve the big people mics. We had Vito had also told me a story that once he yelled at you and you started crying.
That's true. Yes.
I'd never heard that.
I had never heard it either.
I didn't
When the
think that-
decibel level gets high enough, and yes, I cried.
Oh, I'm gonna give you a Ronnie B meltdown. You've never experienced one.
I
I
didn't
let-
think Vito had it in him to get angry enough to make him cry.
No. I used to yell like a baseball manager. I would just turn my hat around and just run out to people, kick dirt on their shoes, and scream at them.
I always like that, the head shake
Yeah.
scream.
What
in
are you
the face.
But Dan, Vito could make you cry.
I did not. I
I don't think
Guys.
Vito could make a puppy cry.
You guys don't know the Vito I know. He's tough.
No, he isn't.
He's a bulldog,
He's a puppy dog.
Yes, he's
a
such a,
a pit bull.
he's a sweetheart and always has been.
Aggressive, violent.
Ladies, has Vito ever made you, during your entire internship, made you cry?
It's been
or
like
even-
3 weeks.
I know. But honestly, look at them. They're sitting on the couch. They're doing nothing.
yeah, they-
You would think if anyone got screamed at, it would be these two. I mean, they have had. There's no difference than if they would have done this internship or just went to the shore for the summer. They look like they're laying out there getting tan right now.
They are
lounging.
tanner than they were a couple
I
weeks
know.
ago. Have you noticed that?
Yes. Their life is great. Why? Because Vito is their superior.
How could he make you cry, Dan?
Because
How
what
weak are
he
you?
was upsetting. He was calling into question my work ethic.
Well, you have none. Everybody in this place
Yeah,
is
what?
always amazed that you keep a job.
You're wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
I've been helping out on the show for over a month,
Yes.
and the work ethic has been good.
Dude, I'm always going like this.
You show up
And then
like
what
it's
do? I
12:05.
answer the phone.
You have
But you
to
shouldn't be told.
No one's standing behind us going, talk into the mic.
Chris told me he never saw anybody come in later or left earlier. By the way, Chris, you're looking total rockabilly today. I'm loving it.
Yeah. I don't know if there's product or if it's just sweat, but you're sweating into.
This is why I
curls.
love David Tell. He's supposed to be here now, but he's smoking. That is an American to
Yes.
me. By the way, I remember when I started radio, we smoked the entire time we were on the air.
Do you really miss that?
Yeah.
What about the equipment?
Who gives a shit about the equipment? The talent wanted to smoke, but you know they didn't worry about anything before. And I'll point this out. Watch any old movie where people are smoking the whole time. No one's doing the
No
oh,
one
I'm
did
brushing
it.
the smoke out of my face.
Because that was what I was thinking was, did you ever have guests who would come in and go like, oh, I don't like all this smoke?
Not one.
They would just be like, this is the environment I've stepped into. I
This
just
is
think-
the world because they just left the hall where we smoked. I remember the day they said that we couldn't smoke on the elevator and people were talking about going on a strike.
like, what am I going to walk up the stairs?
Yeah, but it was we were on the second floor and people were like, why would I put out my cigarette? I just lit it. This wasn't that long ago. The world has changed and for the worse. Why'd you give me a thumbs up, Fonzie?
Because Dave Attell and Jeff Ross are here.
They're doing a live tapings of Dave and Jeff's Bumping Mic tours. That's happening this Friday through Sunday at the Village Underground in New York City. 2 shows each night. Go to roastmastergeneral.com for tickets or daveattell.com. Let's bring the guys in.
Dave Attell and Jeff Ross, live tapings of Dave and Jeff's Bumping Mics tour happening this Friday through Sunday at the Village Underground in New York City. 2 shows each night. Go to daveattell.com or roastmastergeneral.com for tickets.
Nice.
What an idea for a tour and a show. Congratulations on this.
Hey, Ron and Gail, thanks for having us in.
You know, we were saying last year at Montreal, you guys were the big show that everybody was talking about. But I thought that was just going to be a one-off. No. Taking it out there.
When
That
you
was
got-
kind of the start of it.
Yeah.
Jeff begged me to go to Montreal. I didn't want to go.
You didn't want to do
I
it?
didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
That
Why
was
is that?
Jeff's idea. This whole thing is Jeff's idea.
Yeah.
The name of the group,
Yeah.
the name of us bumping mics, that was his thing. Right?
Well, we needed a title. My agent said, well, we got you booked 3 nights at midnight at the Montreal Comedy Festival, but what do you want to call it? You know, and I was like,
I thought we should go with Al Qaeda. Not Al Qaeda. Al Qaeda. It's kind of a funny.
Yeah, kind of a funny and letting people know, you know, there's some scary things, but why not
Yeah.
laugh about them?
Have a laugh.
Yeah, have a good laugh about
we
it.
were going to call it Stepping on Each Other's Punchlines.
Sorry.
But that, was
that just
clunky,
happens.
So bumping mics seemed like the natural. Whenever we get a big laugh,
Yeah.
you know, we bump.
You
Oh, sorry.
and you actually bump your mics?
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
For a
That's-
price.
We go through,
Yeah.
we go through 17 mics per show.
The sound guy is like, this can't go on like this.
Right.
Now, this is the other thing I brought up that why Dave Attell is a legend, because we're like, he's running a little late. What's going on? And he's like, oh, he needed to go out and have a smoke first.
Yes.
That's America.
That's what it's
in
about.
America. Yeah.
So for now, you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, because now they're talking about you can't smoke outside.
Exactly.
You can't smoke inside or outside.
There's security guards who will kick you out of certain sections outside of this building if you're smoking.
And how do you feel about that, Gail, as a pregnant woman?
As a pregnant woman, I'm a pregnant woman, but I'm
you
also
are?
an ex-smoker.
Well, hello, West Virginia. I appreciate it. I never
thought you
smoked-
just had your dad's bod. I was confused. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Are you having a little DJ?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we'll do one extra
Exactly.
thing. Yeah.
Tiny Mike.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, people who own fruit stands keep it in the family.
Why not?
Why
Yeah.
not radio?
That's called the legacy.
Who's the father, Opie or Anthony?
Boy, would that be the most frightful
Really?
choice? That's
boy.
a Sophie's choice of all time.
That
That's
would
when
be-
you're hoping Norton.
That would be very awkward at the serious BYOB Christmas party.
Yeah. Where are we having it this year? In the lobby again?
Yeah.
It's always, so depressing.
It's corporate.
Yeah, let's keep it here. Now, Dave, we were also talking about this a couple years ago. You were did Thanksgiving with us. We were doing a little crowd work, and you brought up something to Vito where he actually quit his job after
Really?
your crowd work. What happened, Vito?
So, like, I went up and you were asking me how I'd been since I stopped interning, and I brought up I was bartending, and I was really happy about it. And then Dave started to ridicule me for being a bartender.
Sorry.
And asked me when I was going to grow up.
Oh.
And I went in, I ended up hating my job after that and quitting within 6 months.
But I thought every young person would want to. I think the bartending would be the perfect job for anybody.
That's what I thought. Until
Yeah.
It's called tough love. And when I see a young guy like that, so full of potential, am I right, Jeff? Just one semester at Trump University would have kicked this bartending bug out of him.
He's full of potential and pancakes.
It's a big kid.
Well, yeah, and looks exactly like the other guy over here. It's
Yes.
very, very weird. We have twins,
Yeah.
twin producers.
You got to be a triple XL to even work on this show.
It's like having an offensive line wherever you're going.
I was just trying to fit our brand.
It is somewhat of a brand, isn't it? But that really got to you. Just some crowd work.
Some crowd work really got to me because I was so proud of like where I was in my life and being told how it was just not okay. And I was like, what? I just had a great weekend, spent like $1,000, didn't mean anything. And Dave was like, yeah, but you can't do that forever. And I think he even said, look at you, you can't be a bartender forever.
Yes. See? There you go.
Jeff, do you ever worry about that you'll say something to somebody that'll cut?
Sometimes, roasting is tough love.
Yeah.
You know, I can't imagine, that occasionally somebody doesn't have a wake-up call from a roast joke. I remember when we roasted Pam Anderson, Courtney Love was all whacked out and humping everybody and pulling her shirt up, and I roasted her into rehab. The next day, she checked herself into rehab.
Saved a life.
Roasting saves lives.
Too bad you didn't get to her before she took Kurtz. That's the sad thing.
That was the
sad
joke I
thing.
said. How is it possible that Courtney Love looks worse than Kurt Cobain?
Now that happens occasionally though with roasting, right? Like particularly the TV stuff. You know what I mean? It's one thing you're in a club, everybody's having fun, but TV, network TV. Who took it the hardest? You think?
Who took it? No, people
Yeah.
take it the best.
Yeah.
No, we're very careful. We're roasting Bruce Willis in a few weeks,
Mhm.
and he called me the other day just to remind me that he stutters. He's like, I'm
Don't leave
serious.
that out.
He's like, I want to remind you that when I started acting, I did it because to help me stop my stuttering, and
Yeah.
I want you guys to go hard on me, throw rocks, because I'm going to throw rocks right back. He said.
Wow.
So yeah,
Game on, as they say.
Yeah, die hard.
you have to look for
Yeah.
volunteers that are up for it.
But maybe stuttering doesn't bother him since he beat it. You know what I mean? Maybe there's something else that bothers him.
His accent also it got so much lighter too. Like if you
He had the
listen to-
Jersey. Yeah.
I'm from Jersey, so maybe
yeah.
I can make some jokes about that.
Well, you're from North Jersey, and he's from South Jersey,
Right.
and people from North Jersey have never even been to South Jersey, because I grew up like near Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And so those are the beaches that I know, like Wildwood and stuff. But people in North Jersey have
Yeah.
never been down
It's
there.
like the deer hunter up there. You don't know, mountains, fog.
It's very pretty. Jersey gets a bad rap, but most
Yeah.
of it's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, it gets a bad rap, I think, because it was on the other side of the river. That was the only thing. So when the original comics, those Catskill guys, they would just do a joke about the people over there. It was never really real. Nothing was based there.
All New Yorkers just think all of Jersey just looks like Elizabeth.
Yes,
Elizabeth,
that's
New
true.
Jersey. That's
Sorry. I don't think that. We played AC, the Brigada.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm going to speak for myself, but I
Okay.
think Jeff will agree, is that we kind of roll hard in a casino. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we're a casino act.
Right.
You know, like Penn and Teller, like, if they both could talk. Like, that's what I'm
Right.
talking about. Like, we're a hardcore act.
Yeah.
We bring it every night, all night. All right?
If Penn and Teller could talk and we're leaving town the next day,
Yeah.
like, we let it rip.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that, Ron, I know you know comedy. You're a comic as well. Is that compared to other comedy teams, legendary teams, not just in the comedy world?
Right.
I would like you to feel us out, like in terms of what we do.
Well, the thing is, to me, if you look at like Martin and Lewis and you guys, right?
Yes.
You guys are like Martin and Martin. You know what I
Martin-
mean? There's no
Martin Lawrence?
Yes, Martin Lawrence.
We have a younger crowd in here too.
Yeah. Any idea who any of the these are our interns, and we found out that they've never even seen an '80s movie.
Really?
Like they've never even seen, like Pretty in Pink and Breakfast Club and
Back
all
to the
that.
Future.
Back to the Future. They've never seen. They
Wow.
ma- it makes-
Homeschooled, huh?
Yeah, they.
Every one of them. Is this a cult? Did you pull them out of a cult?
Yeah. It's what's that?
She's from Jersey.
Yeah.
We're in Jersey.
Dan, help them with a mic. So, where in Jersey? Right over the bridge?
Yes.
Dave lives right under the bridge.
I look like a troll.
But it does keep goats out of New Jersey, so that's nice.
That's
Somebody's
pretty good.
there.
Well, let
to
me
keep
ask
the billy goats out.
So you ladies are the interns on the show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, huh? That's a cool gig. I never had a
Yeah.
gig like that when I was young.
Especially if I could just sit and watch a radio show. That's really
That's
quite a
working.
gig.
Yeah.
We
Later,
got
they'll have.
Andy Melanakis over here on the right. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's a great grab. Great grab.
These
I
two
was looking at him, I didn't know what to say.
These two bodyguards for Ariana Grande.
He's on fire.
Yeah. Also, by the way, they keep Pete Davidson safe as well. It's a double now. The bodyguards
Yes.
work for both of them.
That's true.
That was a big step up for Pete, right?
Oh, honestly.
I mean,
it's great.
when has a comic ever in history gotten a pop star? That's
I don't know.
yeah.
I think it's great.
I hung out with Robin Thicke a couple times.
Okay, we're
Really?
on to something.
Yeah, Jeff knows a lot of showbiz guys. He really does.
Well,
And I like that.
Yeah. Do you know any though, Dave, yourself?
No, I'm mostly basically, like I know like a guy who might know a guy who fixed someone's house, that kind of thing.
I'll go backstage after the show and they'll be like, Dave's guests are here. And I'm like, oh, here's a guy that used to be an MMA fighter.
Well,
Jeff,
I got my
Dave
mother
is,
like that.
is kind of a mystery too. You know what I mean?
Who?
An enigma.
You're a mystery. People don't
I'm
know a lot
not.
about you though.
I'm a club comic. I've been doing this for over 30 years now.
Yeah.
And this is a new chapter, as I like to say, with
Yeah.
Jeff. Like we're out there working it together. And can I say it? It's very hard to collaborate. I'm sure you know this, is
Yeah.
that when you're a comic, it's all about like what you're going to say and
Right.
how you're going to say it. And working with another guy, it's difficult. It's difficult. But
Yeah.
when it works, there's nothing better. So,
Right.
I always say 1 + 1 = 3.
Yes.
We're
Yes, it
funny
is.
on our own, but we're not where we need to be together. But
Right.
it adds to the comedy, and we like it.
But
And
this,
I went on stage by myself last night, and I kept looking to my right for Dave. And he wasn't there.
Nervous twitch.
because yes, when you're just out there by yourself, there is no time
Right.
to kind of take a breath for yourself. I
Right.
mean, you look at a rock band and you look at the bass player, you're like, what an easy, lovely way to live your life.
Yes.
But comics never have that.
We're like
It's
a
a solo, like
yeah.
being a boxer or a pitcher or a tennis player. You're out there by yourself.
Yeah.
So suddenly we're playing doubles, and I feel like it's weird. You would think that it conserves our energy, but in a weird way, when I work with Dave, it makes me double up on my brain power to keep up with him. So
Yeah.
it's exhausting.
Yeah, you are definitely in the moment. You just can't start
Right.
So
doing
you're saying
that.
I'm going too fast?
Yes.
Is it
yeah.
because I'm Latin? Anyone?
Dave Attell and Jeff Ross are in studio with us. Live tapings of Dave and Jeff's Bumping Mike's tour are happening this Friday through Sunday at the Village Underground in New York City. 2 shows each night, daveattell.com and roastmastergeneral.com for tickets.
Got big guests coming. We got Vern Troyer, Anthony Bourdain, and Barbara Bush.
Oh, no.
I'm going to have to pass you a note very, very quickly. It's been some bad news.
It's Dave's slow flip phone.
Yes,
we
I'm
get the
very
news
slow.
alerts
Yeah.
very slowly.
Well, you guys had people come out, celebrities popped in Montreal
Yes.
too, right?
That was fun.
It's all fair game. Whoever
Yeah.
shows up, we try and work it. And I think that's the cool of the show is that like you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And you know, in these PC times, like sometimes it might go off the rails or get a little, I guess you could say like, don't go there. But what I love about him is that he's fearless. Like he will not pull back. I'm always second, triple guessing myself, but he will not pull back. I love that.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
And
that's
also-
what you should name your kid, Fearless. Before Kanye does.
And that also could give you an excuse to point Jeff like, oh, I don't know.
I know. I didn't say it.
That thing that he said, I'm horrified.
I feel
of
like
you
Dave,
people.
since we've been doing this,
Yeah.
you've loosened up on me. Where you used
Yeah.
to be like, "Oh, come on, Jeff." Now you're like, now you're going for it too. So maybe we've unleashed something in ourselves.
We're ready to go.
By the way,
we did invite a bunch of special guests. It's going to be a crazy party this weekend. We've been on tour like half a year, and we
10
thought
dates.
a great way to that's a lot for us.
Yeah, sure.
And we did think that a great way to end the tour was to come back to where the whole Bumping Mike's thing started down in the Village.
Yes.
The Village Underground, and invite a bunch of friends and family out.
It is a pretty tremendous room, too. I mean, it's
Yeah, it's fun.
unbelievably cool room. And you guys are going to be shooting. You're going to be taping this as well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
We got that big dumb piano off stage. Now we can run around like maniacs.
It's good. Let's ask the unpaid intern.
Yes.
And we're having a big after party at Mamoon's.
Nice.
What's your weekend like? It's a holiday weekend. Is there a protest I should know about, or some kind of sit-in? Is there some kind of outrage that I'm going to miss out on? What animal are we saving this weekend? Are you guys excited for the holiday?
100%.
Yes, very.
It's our birthday in 10 days.
Mm-hmm. We have the same birthday.
Oh, that is
Now,
so.
our two
yeah.
interns, one's from Long Island, one's from Jersey. They not only have the same birthday, year, everything. Like
Really?
this is what happens. We only have a couple dates now that have young people. It
Okay.
seems like.
Uh-huh.
So, what's the date for you guys? You're born the same day.
July 14th,
And what year was it?
1998.
1998.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was my first evening at the Improv.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dave, are you allowed to be this close to them?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
That's so weird with the same birthday and all.
Yeah, isn't it nuts?
That's crazy. How do you hire around here? 23andMe or something? They have DNA testing.
It goes with the twin theme.
Yeah.
I like
We're
it.
just trying to keep it going.
When do you guys remember 9/11 at all?
Fairly.
Fairly. I mean, you would have been what?
So 3.
Yeah, why'd you stop it? Sorry. Someone had to drop the hammer on them.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Which Twilight movie do you most relate to? Okay, hold on a
First
second.
one. I'd probably Twilight is even.
Yes.
too-
Okay,
too
which
dated for
character
them.
in Pitch Perfect do you feel?
There you go.
That hit for them.
See, that's the thing. Once you have that, I'm not relevant. I
Yeah.
know that, and like I kind of like revel in it because I'm such an old comic now.
Right.
And I think Jeff is more relevant than I am. I mean, he's able to he knows what's going on in the world
Mm-hmm.
more than me. But I think that's what really. I don't care anymore.
It's
like,
a
I
freedom,
don't
right?
care.
Dave,
Remember
you
we were
read the
talking,
paper
I was
more
like,
than-
I don't care.
Yeah.
You read the newspaper more than anyone I know.
I know. That's the point. I'm reading an actual newspaper. That shows you how irrelevant I am. I'm old.
Let's just check. You guys even know what a USA Today is?
Have you seen one of
Ever
those?
seen one?
Yes.
Have you seen your dad walk out with one of them under his arm? Like, oh, I can't believe the mortgage.
At the bottom of the driveway.
Dave gets his news alerts from his flip phone, which
Yeah.
is slow internet service.
Yeah.
Very slow.
And then he's still excited. But Vito, you even said you had never read a newspaper in your life.
No, I've never once read a newspaper. I didn't even think it was. I don't even read the newspaper website that much. I get all my news.
He's read some menus, I know
Yeah.
Twitter and Facebook.
See, that hurts. That hurts, Jeff.
that. I bet he knows that back to back.
You lost a bunch of weight, though, haven't you?
I lost.
He left it in the other studio.
I got down to 200 pounds at one point, and then I gained most of it, if not all, back.
Wow.
All
You're
right,
the
well,
reverse
watch your-
Jenny Craig.
Yeah.
I like it.
What was
he's like,
the
he's
age
like
that-
Benjamin can't button his pants.
What's the first age that you knew that you were over 200 pounds? How old were you?
Over 200,
Yeah.
that was probably like 10.
Wow.
And what age did you start smelling like that?
Wow. 3 in a row, Jeff. Not bad.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Points.
Are the girls crying now because of the bullying? They worry. They
See,
worry.
That is a good look.
Yeah.
You know, like that was like the look. But these young girls, they probably want those bone thin guys, you know, the skinny jean men. No?
No, you're not? You like a big guy?
Absolutely. I definitely like a guy that has a little something on him. I don't like skin and bones, but I mean, to each his own.
Is that you talking or that leather jacket?
See how they pretend.
Watch out, she's a little wild. She's wearing a leather jacket.
Yeah,
guys.
she is. She's Spike Fonzarelli.
She is hot topic. I like it.
I was going for
Rough
a
and
different
ready.
look today. I wore
Yeah.
the nice, elegant romper yesterday. Today is Living Through Poison.
Wow.
It's a great concert, by the way.
Oh, you went to see Poison?
Yeah, at PNC in South Jersey this past weekend. It was phenomenal. My mom and I had a great time.
Oh, wow, they went together.
Remember when
That's
you
a
used to
cool
go
mom.
to concerts with your
So
mom?
Oh, yeah, she was selling merch. I want to say, Mom, can I? Mom.
So great when mom runs the merch table.
Dave's mom is the cutest woman.
She's
She
great.
came to one of
She's
our
got a big
shows.
birthday coming up. God bless her. 84.
Really?
84 years
84
old.
years old. They weren't
Yeah.
even born.
No.
1984.
Dave, how does it humanly possible for you and your mom to be the same age?
That probably does keep her feeling young, though.
What?
You know, when people are like, "Oh, is this your sister?" No matter what point of your life that
Yes.
takes place.
The beauty of it is that she has a great sense of humor,
Mhm.
you know, and like I think that's what it is. Is like
Yeah.
the sense of humor really does keep you going. You know,
Well,
you gotta laugh.
I got to tell that to my evil parents because
Yes.
they keep going on.
Mm-hmm.
My dad just watches Fox News. That's his only thing.
Ah.
Just
Yeah.
Fox News all the time.
All the
But I
time.
think
Yeah.
it keeps them strong.
It does. The anger and fear keeps him going
Yeah.
at all times. Now, here's a weird thing about Chris Stanley.
Yes, Chris, I
He
know.
and I never met another person like this. He doesn't have a living relative.
Yes,
Well,
Isn't
that's
that
right.
amazing?
Not one. Everyone is dead.
Yeah.
No.
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
One tragedy after another.
Tragedy, sickness? What is it?
It was an explosion at a family reunion. But not you don't have a cousin, an
No,
aunt, an
no
uncle?
cousins. It was I was an only child. I only met one grandparent, so I only knew one grandmother, and then both parents died in their 50s, basically.
Well, and you know who else was an only child?
Who's
and
that?
has no parent? Batman.
Okay.
Tarzan. Get to work,
Yeah.
superhero.
By the way,
You
the
mind
girl-
saying what happened?
Yeah.
I'm so curious.
My dad was liver cancer. No, my mother was liver cancer. My dad just died in the streets. Like he was homeless, and they found him passed out, and they found him, and he went to like a coma, and he died.
I think it's nice that a homeless guy had a kid, though.
And they were only children?
I'm hoping on
And
it.
they were only children. Yeah.
Yeah. They were only
Wow.
children
They
themselves.
were only children. Yeah.
Yeah.
How old were you when this happened?
19, 20 years old.
Oh,
When your
boy.
mom died?
I was 24 when my mom died, 20 when my dad died.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So you
See, I
had.
had a similar thing when I was a teenager. My parents passed away, but I had tons of cousins and aunts and uncles and a sister. And
Not a one.
man,
Yeah.
you must be thick-skinned, durable guy to
I don't know. The
Pull yourself
Batman
up
line
and-
kind of hurt my feelings.
Wow. I'm sorry. You have some
Guess
real
not.
sensitive broken
Yeah, we
toys
do.
in here. Wow.
Well, you know, when you're the child of a homeless, it's not. It's
Maybe the saddest cause of death I've ever heard was in the streets.
In the
Yeah.
streets, yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
sad.
I was
Passed
like,
down
is he
the
a
streets.
rapper? Like, what did he do?
well, he was. He enjoyed the dark arts, as they say.
He was like a 70s New York like junkie, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
And he
cool.
made it into the early aughts.
Yeah. Well,
But
it
he was like an undercover cop.
So how did you get into radio from that?
I interned. I just
Uh-huh.
interned.
See,
sad.
ladies.
couple
was-
of years on the couch. That's all it takes.
That's all I
How
needed.
you doing now?
I'm doing pretty
Do you have
good.
your family of your own?
No. I don't want children.
Somebody to talk to.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Sounds
want
like
He
a
that.
wants to
nightmare.
be the last of his line.
Yeah, the last Stanley.
This is
Outside
like a
the tool
Game of
company.
Thrones thing.
It is.
I feel like you could start your own family and slowly take over the radio.
I prefer just me. I don't want to give to other children.
What?
Gotcha. I don't blame you.
You could pick up the family business and get some change outside the bus station.
This story is sad, but not as sad as if this was Christmas. Luckily, 4th of July is coming up. I'm like,
I can hang out with strangers.
sorry. It's not really a sensitive holiday.
It's like, ooh, just standing by himself in the field. Ooh. Ah.
I wish my dad in the streets could see that. Come on. But, you know, is it weird that you kind of look so much like the other guy
Yeah.
who just was in here with a beard?
I feel I look much different than him.
Are you sure you're not brothers? Because I think you might be.
No, I got 10 years on him.
Oh.
And that he
Wait,
looks
only 10?
Yes, only 10.
Jesus.
Yes. We look nothing alike.
Even my mom says we look alike.
Your mom doesn't know shit.
Yeah.
All right, where's that come from?
Come on.
Your
You're
mom's
making one friend of summer.
Wow.
Keeps bringing his mom up.
He
like
also
she knows.
wants to be your brother. He wants to be your family, and you push him away.
Yeah, I
It's
push him
sad.
away. No, weird that
You
would
have to
be?
open yourself up to love now that you're on your own.
I don't know. I don't know if I have to.
Okay. You got your radio family.
I see him,
that's something.
one of those guys just running down the street in just his underwear, and he's got a butcher knife. The cops are begging him to drop it before they light him up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go to the New York story. At the end of the day, it's just he also though has an apartment that he pays almost nothing for.
Oh, well, that
You know?
makes up for everything.
Yeah.
That's the legacy of the Stanley.
Yeah.
Yeah, $700 for a giant one-bedroom.
You got an old junkie apartment? That's great.
He's got a collection of his dad's old works just sitting there. My dad left this for me.
Got
Heirlooms.
Yeah.
all these weird Three Dog Night posters
Yeah.
on the wall.
By the way, I'm sure what killed your dad was Hep C. If I had to say.
Oh, yeah, he had Hep C, yeah.
Yeah.
And that, made his liver like a rock.
Right.
From what the doctors told me.
Wow. But you know what's cool about it is that you have like taken a different path, as they say.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I drink a bit.
You
so,
don't do any drugs, right?
I'll do some drugs, sure.
Oh,
yeah.
well, there you go.
But
Well,
I'm not like shooting dope.
well, okay. I guess
Just
your dad would
snorting it
say
like a
that you're-
gentleman?
Skin pop.
I'd say your dad says that you.
You don't even hear the term skin popping. That's a real 70s term.
That is
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
And then I had a roommate in college who was skin popping.
What is that? I was like on the surface. Is
It's
it?
like
No, you'd.
not hitting a vein.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I walked in on him just fucking skin popping. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? But
Yeah.
Now it's all opiates, so it's
Yeah.
a different thing. Stay off the pills, girls.
Yeah.
Stay off the pills and away from the suicide. We have a number that you can call whenever you need it. That came out.
Dave, give out your number.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
This is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Maybe you should come down and have a laugh at our show.
Yeah, that
What do
would
you
be
say?
great. That'd be good.
And
would
tell
love to
your,
go there.
your sad tale again. That'd be
Dave
great.
Attell and Jeff Ross live taping of Dave and Jeff's Bumping Mike's tour happening this Friday through Sunday at the Village Underground in New York City. There's still some tickets for Sunday night, so go to comedyseller.com for tickets.
That was the update that they came in and don't
I
push
did.
the whole weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Because it sounds like our shows are selling out. I don't even think Sunday's available, but it sounds good to sell
Yeah.
the tickets. And, if you're a nut job that really needs to get in, I'm sure if you show up, and there'll be a standby list. We want real fans at these tapings.
Right.
Because when we go on the road, people buy tickets months in advance. Sometimes in New York, on a weekend, you get a lot of tourists who don't really know who they're seeing. And that's fun to make fun of. That's a big part of our show. The randos, as we call them. But we want, the true comedy fans, people who listen to this show, and people who follow Dave and I to come out, because these are going to be really special shows. We worked hard to get to this place, and it's a great sort of finale to what we're doing this year.
Now, this was your idea to put this together as a tour.
Well,
right?
yeah, I guess so.
But you guys must have just jumped up on stage together for fun one night, right?
Yes.
And then thought, oh, this might work. How did that happen?
Artie Lang wasn't available.
Okay.
No, you know what? I would come in from the road, or I'd land from L.A. I have a place in New York and a place in L.A. And Dave would always have the last spot at the Comedy Cellar, and I wouldn't have a booked spot. So I would just go by to get something to eat, to hang out with the guys, whatever. And Dave would invite me on stage to perform. And for some reason, our chemistry worked, and we would go, into like second and third and fourth gear, where we were funnier than any other act, where nobody would go on after us. We'd have to go on at the end. And it just became something that we can't even totally describe all the time. Bumping mics.
Dave, what is it you like to hang around for that last spot on a late night show?
It's so funny because I've been doing that club for decades now. Is that in the beginning, that's the spot that we get, which is the last spot. And there's a lot of other, comics, a lot of other great comics that they always would close the show, like Jay Okerson was another guy, where it was just basically like it's just like they could handle it because usually the crowd was tired and drunk. So in a way, it was kind of like a fun thing to do, and the other way it was kind of like that's what you do. And I always liked the whole idea of the late night comic thing.
Right.
I guess that's who I am. But I would say that the good thing about the Comedy Cellar and New York is that comedy goes real late here.
Right.
And that when you go on the road, they have the 6 p.m. show and then the 7:35 show, and you're like, whoa, I'm just getting started. What's going on? That's it, So there's something about the late night crowd that I think still is magical to some degree.
Well, that's the Cellar's running like 4 shows on the weekend, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So,
there's the Vegas Club, by the way, which you should definitely check out. I'm going to promo that.
Yeah.
The Comedy Cellar has a club in Vegas, and Jeff and I have both played there. It's at the Rio, right? And it is very cool. You guys should check it out. If you're in New York, you go to Vegas, you want to get a laugh, you should go to that club.
now, here's the thing, too. No one was telling me that it looks exactly like the Cellar.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is that weird for you guys when you're just
It is.
in
I walked into the Comedy Cellar Vegas, the Village Underground, and the Comedy Cellar on 3rd Street, and the Comedy Cellar on McDougal all have the exact same stage and backdrop. So sometimes I have a weird deja vu. Yeah. I walked in the other night. We did a City Harvest benefit, Dave and I, and Colin Quinn was on stage at the Village Underground, and I really forgot we were not at the Comedy Cellar around the corner because I'd never seen Colin at that place. It was just a weird moment. So if you love the Comedy Cellar, you really love the Village Underground and the one in Vegas.
And now Colin is doing his shows in the Fat Black Pussycat room.
Yeah.
Which is another strange.
He's so good.
And then great room. You know what I mean? Like you go in there and you're like, well, where else would this be? But in the Village,
Colin's the smartest. He's the one that I looked up to when I was starting as a comic, and he's just great. And that's the cool thing about, I guess, the whole Comedy Cellar family is that like there is definitely whatever you want to do, they'll give it a shot.
Right.
Like with Jeff and I, like we're just two little. Just two little guys in the business, and they're not going to give us our chance for a whole weekend. So we're excited.
Now, and you called him Andy Milanakis, who I don't think those girls were around for that either, but he was big for a while, was he not?
This guy,
huge.
And Dan, what are you doing over there?
Trying to uncoil.
Okay. Uncoil the mic. But bring yourself up to introduce yourself to Jeff Ross. Tell him a little bit about yourself.
I'm Dan. I've been working at SiriusXM for 3 years, helping out on the Bennington show for the last month. I've been living in Harlem for 3 years and just recently moved back in with my parents.
In Harlem?
In New Jersey.
Hey, stop bragging.
And I love my job at SiriusXM. And
but you don't think he can do it very well, Chris?
Oh, no, his work ethic is garbage.
Have you ever thought of buying a comb? I mean, I'm not one to talk, but really, honestly.
Rent before you buy. It's a big deal.
How'd you get the job?
I just applied on the website. Traditional.
By the way, no one else has ever done that.
No, I
one
didn't
else...
intern here. I did nothing to earn this.
Yeah.
But
There's
you stayed
people who...
3 years. It's working out.
Yeah.
You get paid?
I'm paid. I'm a paid employee.
And where's all that money go? Right to catering?
Yeah, clothes, glasses. I got to keep a lot of payments. Keep up on
I
this.
think the middle-aged lesbian look is working for us.
I was waiting. I was going to say that is a lovely halter, but what I was going to say is, so how is it moving back with your parents? Because that was like one of my nightmares as a young man, is to have to move back with my parents.
Yeah, I'm almost 30. I had to. This was a financial thing.
Okay.
I had no idea he
Wouldn't
was
it be
under
even
30.
creepier if he's like, I really missed him, and my mom makes the best lasagna.
Yeah, I don't want to be like a millennial stereotype here, but yeah, I'm economically dependent on my folks a little bit.
I understand.
Yeah, you have been the last even couple years living in the city? There
have been a few donations.
Mm-hmm.
Not in this job market, am I right? Things are hot out there. Dust off that resume. Get out there.
Yeah, get out there. Hit the streets.
And what kind of skill set do you have? You like radio, though, right?
Yeah, well, clearly I'm great at talking on the radio, and
Clearly.
producing. I'm a producer.
I understand. And did you produce the laundry down your mom's basement today, like you're supposed to? Can we cross that off the chore chart?
Are you back into doing chores? Is that
Yeah,
how you
laundry, dishes.
Yeah.
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 Damn it.
All right.
And-
Good luck to you, Candy Milanacho.
Wow. That was a wake-up call for all of us.
It really is. 'Cause
No, I
you-
wish them luck because that's
Yeah.
got to be tough. These kids are young. There's no money out there, right? They
Right.
got to live with their parents, right?
Well, see, when I came out, like it was so cheap to live anywhere.
Exactly.
But the fact that people are living 7 and 8 to an apartment, not
Yeah.
only in New York but San Francisco's the same exact way now. It's very expensive.
Exactly. Why can't you
Yeah.
sell drugs to the? Well, not his dad, of
Yeah.
course, but why can't you sell pot like everybody else does?
Yeah, it would
right?
seem like there was. Well, you know what has happened? Corporations have gone into the weed business, and it's sad.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's like going to a 7-Eleven now. No, you don't want that.
Yeah,
You want-
these kids can't afford like the New York lifestyle the way they could.
No.
It's sad.
You know why? It's because they don't have to worry about getting mugged. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was the big trade-off.
I understand.
They're safe, but for what? You know, to make even more purchases.
Dave Attell and Jeff Ross. Live taping of Dave and Jeff's Bumping Mic Tour is happening this Friday through Sunday at the Village Underground in New York City. There might be some tickets available Sunday, so go to comedyseller.com.
Probably not, though.
Hey, you know what? I want to put something else out there real quick.
Yeah.
If you're weird looking or have a great story, email us at bumpingmics@gmail.com. Maybe we'll find some real nut jobs. to
All
roast.
right. So we're looking for
I
some
would invite
sideshow.
these guys
Yeah.
to the show since they
Yeah.
were nice enough to let us talk to them.
But literally looking for some sideshow type people that you could get.
You know, just oddballs, you know,
Yeah.
just something different because sometimes we just get random drunk people, but a little human interest story would be fun.
How about the wackadoos? Are they invited? How about my nut jobs? Now I'm getting very Long Island. This girl
Yeah.
should pick up on it.
Yeah.
This nut job said
Yeah.
to me, "What a wackadoo." Huh?
There is an odd confidence that comes out of Long Island people
Yes.
where they believe they're the normal ones.
Really?
You know? So they'll come into the city and go, oh my God.
Yes.
Look at these people. You know, I
Mhm.
mean, when they're in for Billy Joel once a month. That's
The
what
final
brings
tour.
Yeah.
Have you seen him lately?
No.
He's the size of a piano, man. I hope he doesn't have a heart attack. I've been waiting a long time to do that, Joe.
Yes.
great.
And you know what? It was perfect time.
Okay, excellent.
To
He
pull
is
that
a master
gem
of
out.
timing, by
Yeah.
the way. He's very
Yeah.
good.
Well, we're gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much, though, and congratulations on this tour. And it's really it's such great chemistry. So
That's nice to hear.
yeah.
Ron, you've always been so good to
Give us
me
a bump, Ron. Give
and the
us
other comics.
Oh,
Bump it up. Oh my God.
Are you thinking what
Oh
I'm
my
thinking?
God.
Radio bump.
Session here, Mike's.
Chris's face as he was trying to do the level.
Bump that baby bump.
Yeah.
Bump that baby
Yeah.
bump
There
now.
you
Yeah. Dude, it would be great if once the baby's born, you could come in the nursery and just roast. That would be.
So
Baby
good.
roast would be great.
Yeah.
What are you going to do this summer?
Roll over.
Get a job. Stop drooling.
All right,
You look like Dave.
one more plug.
The hilarious Dave Attell and Jeff Ross live tapings of the Bumping Mics tour is happening this Friday through Sunday at the Village Underground in New York City. Might be some tickets still available Sunday, so go to comedyseller.com.
Thank
Boom.
you.
guys.
Ron, thank you so much for having us in,
See
Gal.
you next time.
God bless all of you guys. So cool.
Put on your headphones, Shelby's got the news. Let's dish to the gossip they're saying on the radio.
This week's Dish segment is presented by Dish, ranked #1 in customer service nationally by J.D. Power and their customers. Dish tuned into you. To learn more, call 1-844-CALL-DISH or go to dish.com.
Are we ready to dish today? Because I don't know if I'm even caught up on the gossip. Who do you got with you today?
Well, today, I hate to report it, but Joe Jackson is dead at 89.
Wait, you have a guest here, though.
Oh, before that, we have comedian Mike Fenoya here.
Hello.
Mike Fenoya!
What's up?
Did you hear about Joe
Jacksons.
Thoughts and
About Joe
prayers to the
Jackson.
Jacksons.
I'm sorry. The news just came to me, so
He's
so it was a little exciting.
Joe Jackson to me is the perfect American father. He took 5 kids who couldn't do a goddamn thing, and he turned them into a dance and watch them get down machine.
With just one switch, he was able to do it.
And turn 2 of them white.
That is
not
true.
bad.
That's the American dream, I think. So Joe Jackson's dying.
Just died.
He
Oh, he
just
just
died
died.
today
Just
at
died.
89.
Wow.
She initially had it down dying, and then I watched her cross it out and go, the news
That'd be
has
actually
changed.
that'd
Yeah.
be pretty cool if that was the news we got. Like this person is dying. Like instead of we get past tense, they're like, if anybody wants to put any thoughts and prayers out, let's see if
I
they
think
actually
we're all
work.
dying if
Well,
you really get to the end of
True.
it.
That is true.
And he wasn't hiding it. He didn't do anything to hide it. He actually tweeted over the weekend, I have seen more sunsets than I have left to see.
Oh,
wow.
I
Jeez.
guess that's true of me too. Now that I think about
Sounds
it.
like the Jackson
Way to
5
be all
could have made that a great
dramatic.
song.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. A lot of people, whatever you have to say about Joe Jackson, I know he beat his kids and stole money from them. But that song, Stepping Out, that was the 80s.
You can't beat it.
Stepping out. Where is he going to be buried? Is he being taken back home?
This is such raw dish, like
Yeah.
just came in.
Ooh,
Yeah.
the plate's still hot.
The
You know
plate's
what's
still hot,
you know
hasn't
what's
cooled
great
off
about
yet.
this, Mike, is the kids can finally grow sideburns. He was so tight on the way they
Oh,
dress.
really?
Yeah, he wasn't not easy on those kids.
But he did well with it because they all had
Yeah.
great style.
And this is going to be shocking to you. Out of the whole Jackson 5, Michael was my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, I liked Michael.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
The way he sang, the way he danced it up, the way he knew his ABCs like no
I
business.
was always a
Was
Jermaine.
easy as 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Always a Jermaine for me.
Oh, are you?
Love Jermaine.
By the way,
Jackson.
Mike, you're going to be in Poughkeepsie this weekend, right?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Bring a jacket. You know,
Yeah.
it's a little upstate. It's going to be hot here,
upstate.
but up there, bring a jacket. I haven't seen Mike since basketball season, and I'm going to tell you a Mike Fenoya story that means the world to me. We were sitting there, and they were shooting T-shirts out of a cannon, and one was shot in our direction. There was a woman where you are, Gil.
Uh-huh.
Mike was set up to just pick it off. I saw he had, it was a Ronnie Lott angle
Yeah.
that he had to pick it off. But at the last second, he pulls back and lets her catch the T-shirt.
Wow.
He could have been wearing that T-shirt today. That's what I call a gentle man.
You are a gentleman and class act.
Thanks.
Wow.
Well, I know in this Me Too
Yeah, me
thing,
too.
I just,
They
you know,
molest.
I'm trying to do hashtag you too.
Yeah.
You know, instead.
They molest out there. I saw this in the paper yesterday. How many Me Too people do you think have gotten pulled down? 400. They just
Really?
named number 400. Yeah.
Wait, 400.
400 guys in power busted on the
Wow.
Me Too thing.
Wow.
The
That's
latest,
insane.
Joe Jackson. He got out just in the right amount of time.
He paternoed.
Yeah, he paternoed
Yeah.
himself.
If I were
Smart.
Cosby, I would paterno.
Yeah. You remember when they took Paterno's statue down?
Mm-hmm.
They put that on his grave, which I think is nice. It's
Did
just
they
him.
really?
It's just him. Legs are hiked up, and he's like looking at the line.
Whistle around
Yeah,
his neck.
whistle around his neck. Joe Paterno always looked like after the game, he could tell you where to get the freshest fruit.
He really did.
Just looked like he had a bunch of fresh fruit in the back of
Like
the
during
truck.
halftime, he was tailoring slacks.
Yeah. The socks were up, the spikes were on. Why do you need spikes? You're not going into the game. Is it so difficult to be on the sidelines?
I always think that's so weird too about baseball coaches and how they
Yeah.
have to wear a uniform. That's the only sport.
The only sport, hockey, I wish they did. I mean, you'd think the guys would have a pair of
Hockey would be
skates.
great.
Yeah.
Coaches like wearing a goalie mask.
But you at least think they would have skates. They want to go out every once in a while.
Yeah.
I love, though, in basketball that they wear a suit. I just think that that's a cool look.
You know, when I was younger, football coaches did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then they wanted to sell gear. You know what I mean? But the football
Right.
coaches were always dressed like I'm on my way to a board meeting.
Yeah,
It's a
now
time.
Belichick looks like he's salting the driveway before a
Yeah, he
blizzard.
does. Now, they say the most attractive coaches, soccer. They say those
Yeah.
are the ones that the gals like.
Are you
But it
following
makes-
the cup? Are you
Mhm.
guys? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to Costa Rica to go all the way this year.
Cool.
It's going to shock the world. You're not a soccer guy?
No, and I don't have cable at my place, so I've been trying not to pay attention to it. So
Smart.
yeah, I don't really
Well,
care.
you know what? You young guys, you're off the grid. You're doing your own thing. You
Young
watch a
guys.
movie on your phone. You know,
that's you.
Life
I
is
really
good.
appreciate
Yeah.
that being
You're
called
a
young.
millennial. You're a millennial.
Oh, yes. I've been trying so hard. I've been drinking out of light bulbs and
Do you still keep the two houses? You have one here and then
I live in Long Island City. I have a one bedroom, and then I have my place. Well, my wife has her place in Connecticut.
Oh, you guys aren't together?
We're together, but we're never together, which I think is why we're together.
Right.
Like she lives there full time. I live here full time, and I see her maybe once a week, once every 10 days.
Yeah.
So
But you haven't broke up.
No, not yet. I think it's
Yeah.
working. I don't
Good.
understand why anybody would want to see anybody all the time, the
Right.
same person.
That is true. I think the long distance love affair is the exciting one.
Mm.
Write that down. Long distance love affair, Vito. Might be another song for Joe Jackson.
Got it.
But some people really can't handle it.
Yeah.
Like, so I think some people it really wouldn't work for.
Some people can't handle being next to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, half these things end in divorce.
I
you know?
completely get the whole Dick Van Dyke 2 beds in a room thing. I mean, you need your space.
You need a little sleep.
You know?
You know, then you could say sex in my bed tonight or,
Yeah.
you know, your bed.
I recently upgraded to a king, and you might as well be in two different beds.
I've only,
because like
I've had what I call a super king now for 30 years,
It's-
and I just couldn't be further away.
I'm not kidding you, it's a game changer. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like it's insane. I have my own bed again.
Do you have a million pillows?
There's a lot of pillows.
So you
'cause
can make a
need to, like-
wall.
yeah, you could
Oh,
totally.
that's fun.
Plus,
Yeah.
I got a pregnancy pillow, which is like you get a nice body pillow, so I'm in like my own little cocoon.
What is it shaped for your pregnant body?
Yeah, so it's like a big C shape.
I want to get one of those for my back.
It's good. I mean, I
the
don't think I'll
hunchback
get rid
thing
of
is
it.
really-
It's very comfortable.
You know what I found? A crowd member the other day told me there's a pillow that you could put your arm through. I don't ever know what to do with one of my arms when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
No,
I
this
never
is a big
know what
problem.
that arm. I don't know. I just wish I could take it off. But I guess there's a pillow where you can slide your arm
Yeah.
in.
Is it only one arm that's bothers you?
Yeah, I don't know
like
what
the
to
ones,
do.
If you're side sleeping,
I'm a side sleeper.
it's a problem because you can only side sleep when you're pregnant.
Do you
and
know-
I'm not a big fan of having the one arm
Mm.
completely.
I read this too. Side sleepers live for an average 39 years.
Really?
Average. Yeah.
Shit, I got 4 months, guys.
Yeah. Average.
Let's rock and roll. Who's got the drugs?
Nothing, just so you know. As a producer, you're a failure, Chris. I don't want to bother you today and say that, but none of the equipment ever works.
He doesn't mean it in a mean way.
No,
though.
no. I just want to give a fact. Dash.
Dish it.
Dash.
Well, 50 Cent took to Instagram to mock Terry Crews for the sexual assault allegations.
Now, what did he say? Terry Crews went in yesterday and said that he got molested by a big, powerful agent.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, somebody's in front of the Senate for a Me Too thing. It's a big, powerful man.
Yeah.
And they're like, wait, hold on. This is different than
He
we
has
thought.
something to say.
Yeah. So what did Fitty have to say about him?
So Fitty took to Instagram, and in 2 pictures, he posted a shirtless picture of Cruz, and the first caption was, "I got raped. My wife just watched."
Whoa.
Wow,
That one.
Fitty.
Holy shit.
And then that
Yo,
second
shorty.
picture with the rose in his mouth, he's holding a rose captioned "Gym Time."
All right, so what we're saying is Terry Crews asked for it because the way he dresses and has a rose in his mouth.
And then what's his caption here? LOL. What the fuck is going on out here, man? Terry, I froze in fear. They would have just had to take me to jail.
He would have killed him.
Get the strap.
Get
Okay.
the strap.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So what he's saying is Terry didn't do anything, so he deserves it.
So Fitty's pro-gun.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I think hasn't Fitty been shot 5 times already?
Yeah, I think
9
so.
times.
Huh?
9 times.
All right, buy a shield at that point.
Yeah, there you go.
9
Get a
times.
bunker, dude.
Now where you go? More equipment? That's what you were bragging.
He
about
filed.
doing.
Didn't he get like? Did Fitty file bankruptcy too?
Yeah.
I think
Right?
he did. Yeah. That was
He's
like
now-
not too long
His
ago.
new name is Quarter. I mean, things aren't easy.
10 cent.
Things aren't easy.
Boom.
Yeah. Uh-oh. More gossip? I didn't think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just a ball rolling.
Yeah, you are. The excitement level's through the roof.
Anyway, Jamie Foxx and Katie Holmes split after 5 years together.
Oh, never even telling us.
And they were just planning their dream wedding.
I know. I was just getting used to the idea of the two of them together. Now they're taking it away from us.
I haven't seen Siri Cruz in forever. I don't know what's going on there, but
Yeah.
she was the most photographed young lady for a long time.
Siri would be in your phone. She's
Oh,
Suri.
what is her name?
Suri.
Oh, I wish you had a photo of Siri.
Yes. Sorry about that.
She's really pretty.
But yeah, she is.
Very Siri.
She has not been in the papers as much. As
No,
they used
when
to.
she was a
The
little, I
papers.
guess she's at a more awkward age. now.
Who has,
Let's see the newest picture of her, Chris.
who has the
Sorry.
kid?
Yeah.
Are they splitting custody?
Well, no, it's not. It's Tom Cruise's kid.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Let's see. She looks like in her more awkward years. Oh! No, I'm only kidding. She's a beautiful young lady, but her mother's beautiful.
That like fourth picture would be like a recent one. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow,
Looks
she
just
was
like
awesome.
her. Yeah.
She's so grown.
God, she's the spitting. She's a clone of her mom,
Yeah,
right?
she
Wow.
looks just like her mother.
During the
Jamie Foxx looks good too.
Yeah,
Who's that?
during the era where she was the most photographed, she used to go to Chelsea Piers and they had to buy blinds and stuff because the paparazzi would show up so much every day.
Suri.
Yeah, I know that her little elementary school was having issues where like other children are getting in these pictures. Like, people like you sign your kid up for like a nice private school. You don't want them like photographed every day
Yeah,
and
right.
hassled. What's Surrey like?
Ooh, can you tell us about Suri while you finger paint? Ugh.
Come on, bitch.
Let's make this happen.
Josh.
Heather Locklear is reportedly
Yeah.
overdosed just a day after her second arrest in 4
Overdose?
months.
Yeah.
On what? On what?
Yeah,
They
didn't-
haven't said. They didn't come out with that.
Aquanet?
That would. I had said this before. And it's so sad for me to see it. By the way, Tommy Lee was fighting with Stern yesterday
Oh, really?
because I think Stern made a joke on his show, and then Tommy Lee tweet bashed Howard about it.
What an idiot.
But when I first started radio, we had our radio station had a softball game against Motley Crue, and Heather Locklear was there. And to this day, that's the most beautiful woman that I've ever been that close. Unbelievably, like off the charts, gorgeous. And to see this happen to her is very,
It's
very
so
sad for me.
heartbreaking.
The
Yeah.
pictures that have come out of her, she looks like two completely different people.
Really? Are
Now-
there pictures now of her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is something so amazing about that era.
Yeah.
Like the Valerie Bertinelli, Heather Locklear.
Yeah, the
like
fresh
that.
face.
Yeah,
was,
just-
yeah. And Tommy was just like, it looked like he is going to change your oil for you. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
seriously.
There was nothing, and then she was just absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
But
man.
no picture would even do justice the way she looked, just standing next to her.
Yeah, she just has like a face of perfection. Like
Yeah.
she just has one of those like.
You know what it
Perfect.
reminded me of? Chris Stanley. When you
So
said,
true.
show everybody your profile.
Let's see.
That should be on a penny. You know what I mean? That's just gorgeous.
Can you close your mouth maybe for
Yeah.
the profile?
I want the mouth open.
It's
a thoughtful- it's a thoughtful face right there.
I really
Please
wish
Because
think
it
it.
Chris, if that goes up, they're going to draw penises going into
Yeah,
it.
I think of that.
Man, she looks terrible.
I know it's so heartbreaking. I feel so awful.
And that's just such a sad like look too. That's like
know.
what's happening. I like sometimes when they have a mugshot and they're like, yeah, fuck it. They just look like who cares?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Give it a, like super happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Those Vince Vaughn's
Put it in a
mugshot.
bowl. And then dish it!
Woo.
Lindsay Lohan thinks it's time for all of us to get over her past. We need to get over it.
Lindsay, that's not up for you
Finally,
to
I
that's
can
not-
breathe.
That's not up for you to decide.
That's what I want all the women that I have disappointed to think too.
I think it's time to get over my
Let's
past.
move on. Let's move on from all the shit that I've done. Troubled past is dead and urges people to stop bringing it up.
As she brings it up.
Yeah. Well, look how tan she is.
She's very tan.
She's in Dubai most of the time.
Hmm.
Hey, a lot of people do buy stuff.
She
dude.
wants people to know that she's a businesswoman now.
Yeah, what's her business?
She
Bye.
Bitcoin?
She,
She's selling crack and smoking it.
No, she owns a beach club in Greece, apparently.
What?
Yeah.
But nobody would know. And she said that in an interview with New York Times this past Tuesday. She was like, nobody would know because that's where I spend most of my time in Dubai and just overseas, not in America.
This doesn't seem like you've changed. That you're hanging out in a beach club in Greece. It's
Yeah.
still.
And not for nothing, if I'm going to Greece, the last place I'm putting on my list to visit is freaking Lindsay Lohan's resort. Maybe I'll go see, I don't know, history and real things.
She's just fucking screaming at people. What the fuck is my fucking beach club? You know, just.
I'm gonna go get an acai bowl at Lindsay Lohanville.
Wearing one fucking flip flop, she's got a tit hanging out. You fucking goat eaters, get out of my club! Every night. They're like, don't even pay attention to her. She gets like this.
Stick around for the 10 o'clock.
Stop breaking up my path.
She's another one that I thought was beautiful
Yeah.
early on.
Gorgeous.
It's so sad because like I grew up watching her, like Mean Girls classic, Parent
Yes,
Trap classic,
Classic,
Like, I've
classic,
seen
very
that.
classic.
Exactly. It's just so many things that she's been in, and then she turns into this. And
What was the one that she did with like James Dean or something? That
Oh, yeah.
shot it on iPhones.
And like Brady Snellis, I think, wrote it or directed it.
Yeah, it was just Canyon Sex, I think was the name of it. She was really burning it.
Canyons.
What's it
It
called?
was called
Canyons?
the Canyons.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Canyon.
With James Dean, the porn star?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Also Me Too'd.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
was Me Too by another porn star.
Yeah.
He
When,
was?
when porn stars are saying, hey, he's a little gropey.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just like wrestling, though. You
Yeah.
know, that doesn't even count.
Well, I
When a
think
porn star gets sexually harassed, I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
I think that's what the court said. Like, we don't know where one begins and the other ends. honey.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you know, they said they don't get a lot of respect from the law. Porn
No, they
stars.
don't. And it's very hard for porn stars or
Eh?
sex workers to like come forward and say somebody
It's
assaulted them.
also very hard for their fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Chris?
Oh, I get it.
Just bury that dead life and move on.
This just in, Joe Jackson alive again. I don't know what
Oh,
they did.
Is she
I don't know what
really
they-
going out with him?
Bum, bum.
Is she really gonna take her home tonight? Is she really going out with him?
But
Because my eyes don't deceive me. There's something going wrong around here. What year was that, Chris? Was that like a 79, 78?
Really?
And if it looks good, kill. I love Joe Jackson.
Well,
Yeah,
try
me
interviewing
too.
him sometime.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Step-
'cause I experienced both. And it
Stepping
was,
out was such like a do coke and clean your apartment song.
Yes, it was not a healthy time for a lot of people.
78, reissued in 79.
Thank you very much. So we're both right, me and me. Oh, Sean Donnelly did stand up on the Late Show last
Good
night.
set.
Yes.
Love
Yeah?
Sean. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, he's a good dude.
He's great.
Good for him. Good for you, Sean.
He talks about being separated too in his set, which I'm proud of him. You know?
Is that
I
right?
didn't know that he was.
Yeah. He's just going through a little thing. But it's cool that he did a set about it. It's great, you know?
Well, it's, sad for his family, though.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I think it's cool when we bring shit up that's real instead of, so that's a thing and shit like that, you know?
So you're ready to come out?
Yeah. I tried to write I just had to put my dog to sleep and I'm working on jokes about
Oh,
that.
no.
So, yeah. But you got to do it. That's
No.
the thing.
Oh, I don't want to hear
If
jokes
I'm in
about
the
that.
audience, I'll
I'm
start
sad.
crying.
That's what I'm trying to do, you know?
No, I don't want to cry.
Telling jokes doesn't work anymore.
Was it the saddest day of your life, though?
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt, the worst day. The worst.
I can't imagine.
But we had to do it. We had to do it. She was sick. And if we kept her around, it would have just been very selfish.
Yeah,
So I cruised back and forth to Connecticut for a month and hung with her every day, made her steak for breakfast and ice cream. And we had she was 8 years old. So we had
Oh my
I did what
God.
I could. I know. But it was cool. But you got to make jokes about it because that's,
no.
you know,
You
you
don't
turn.
want to.
Never.
It's lucky for me. I'll never experience that because my dog is going to live forever.
That'd be great.
I heard some, who the hell was it? Cloned her dog. Was it Barbara Streisand? Cloned her.
Yes, it
Look
was.
it up.
Cloned
It
her
was Barbara
dog?
Streisand.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
I thought it was Barbara Bush.
It was definitely a Barbara.
Yeah, Santa Barbara is where it all happened at. I had an aunt who would get the same dog and call it by the same name.
Same breed and
Same everything. Heidi Ho. She named it Heidi Ho. Yeah.
I made a mistake of naming the dog after a song too, and now when I hear the song, I'm like,
what's the song?
"Ugh, Stella Blue, Grateful Dead
Oh,
song.
boy.
Pretty
well,
sad
luckily, you
song
don't have
too.
to worry about hearing it on the radio.
I know.
Stella Blue.
Yeah. it's one of their songs that are under 15 minutes. So
I do like though that if you come up with a great name like Heidi Ho, you want to keep it going.
totally.
Even when
You call it Heidi 2?
Yeah.
Heidi 3?
No, she acted like it was the same dog.
Still
She
Heidi
just,
Ho.
Yeah. Was like, isn't this a different Heidi Ho? And she's like, nope, it isn't.
Oh, man. Weird.
Yeah. And his kids called it Heiny Hole. As I mean, we worked blue, but it was a smart blue.
It was a royal blue.
There's things going on that need to be dished.
Rapper T.I. wants to boycott the NFL for its national anthem protest rules.
Ooh.
Really?
Do you know what the rules are now?
That if you're gonna kneel, you have to kneel on the flag.
Yes.
Not quite,
You have to
but
plank
very
during the
close.
anthem.
In May, the NFL announced that all players on the sideline must stand for the national anthem or else the team could face fines.
And also, I think it was if you want to stay in the locker room, you have the choice to do so, was one of the...
Up into the end of the first quarter?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you can't be seen doing your protest, but you can go away.
You can
You can go away as long as it's not on TV.
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
fine. And I think they were talking about, the NFL was talking about like leaving it up to the home team of whether or not you had to kneel, which is the dumbest thing in the world. And they decided on this. I think it's so stupid. But who the hell cares if T.I. boycotts?
Well, if T.I. isn't watching, I'm not watching.
Yeah, I always do with T.I.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like it's as far as my sports decisions.
WWTID.
Yeah. T.I., this is T.O. I know you guys disagree on this football thing. T.I.,
Everybody
just
loves
Mr.
to
TD.
dish it.
That's okay. Step on me. It's part of the fun. Go ahead. Don't worry about it. He panicked.
Everybody loves to dish it.
Yeah, he's just
so
talking.
fucking dish it.
Dish.
Rapper Meek Mill will
Oh,
not
boy.
be granted a new
Oh.
trial. What? Sorry.
What's going on in the rap community?
Now, I
Always
thought he didn't want a new trial. I
No.
thought he wants to be out.
He was out. He was on probation, and the judge found that he was violating his probation. So he's like, no.
Is he back in?
In jail, no.
No. Okay.
All right, so he's in no trouble.
Oh, I thought it was the opposite.
But he is. I mean, he's not gonna get a new trial. So
yeah,
they're
but they already let him out.
Yeah, but there's.
I mean, OJ
he's
isn't
not
going to get a new
completely-
trial. This is great. Chris, could you look into it?
I'm looking into it.
Yeah, but slowly. So
I've tried to.
take all the time you need. So Meek Mill, who is, let's face it, the Eagles owe him everything. He's not getting a new trial. He may be heading back to the city of Chester to serve out his time.
Oh, no.
All right, so you can't figure it out.
It's not saying if he's going to go back to jail or not. It's just saying that he got denied the request for a new trial.
Yeah, because that had been such a big thing. Like weeks ago, people were hashtagging like free Meek and whatever from jail, and then he was finally released on probation. But obviously, he screwed up.
Yeah, but if he's out, he's out. To me, as long as you're out, everything's good.
What is he going to do? Run away?
When you're in, everything's bad.
Yeah,
right.
That's just my only rule about jail. Better to be on the outside of one than on the inside.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. You're driving past the jail, you're like, I'm not in there. Good day.
Yeah,
I definitely don't understand which one is good or bad, but I just want to say free Meek.
I want to be
Yeah.
on the outside of jails and high schools. I don't want to go
Amen.
in there.
Get on a comp's horse and dish it with that fucking stallion.
Legend Serena Williams could possibly quit tennis if she ends up having a second child.
Yeah, it's time anyway.
Man.
She's got to be 40, right?
36.
Okay. I mean, what more?
Yeah,
She's accomplished so damn much.
Yeah.
How long do most tennis players play, though?
3 years.
Really?
I mean, what does she need? Another Wimbledon? Who cares? You're set.
Yeah, she's done well for herself.
There's nothing.
That is
Let
kind
your
of
sister win every once in a while.
It is kind of one of those sports too, where it's, you know, you see a lot of you don't get hurt a lot. You know, you could stay in it longer.
Tennis elbow.
Yeah, nobody
I
runs
know.
into you. Nobody runs into you, and that's a good
Turf
sport.
ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but at one point everybody talked about tennis, and now no one does.
Mm.
You know what I mean? At one time, the tennis stars were legitimate sports stars.
Yeah.
You know, McEnroe and that whole
Agassi.
thing. Yeah, those things where, the whole country was watching it like it was a prize fight. But now you can't even see a prize fight. I don't know what's happening with the millennials. Vito, look into the millennial thing, would you please? Thank you.
The only one they do talk about is Serena. So
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, she's the one.
But she'll have an amazing career after. She'll do a couple years of commentary, write a book or two.
I'd pick her as the next Oprah. Write it down right
Yeah.
now.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Now, where's her husband? Is he strong enough to be with this woman? Because she's the most. She's probably the strongest woman I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Her husband is the founder, I believe, of Reddit.
He's co-founder of Reddit. Yeah.
Really?
So he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing very well.
That's a weird couple.
Why? Because you think interracial dating is wrong?
Yes.
Absolutely. That's exactly where I was going. I didn't even know he was white. I was just like, at first, I'm like, wow, a black guy started Reddit.
Dish
Oh my God! Speed it up, you ugly tofek. What's that mean? Who gives a shit? Just say things.
Doesn't mean anything.
I never really got
Bobby,
that
that doesn't mean anything.
I've never understood that one. I don't get it.
How come we're never
What is
plugging
that?
Mike?
Mike Fenoy is in studio. He's performing this Saturday, June 30th at Laugh It Up in Poughkeepsie, New York. Go to laughitup.net for tickets. Go to MikeFenoya.com for all of Mike's dates, and on Twitter at Mike Fenoya.
I might come up there to Poughkeepsie this weekend.
Please do.
Funny show. Are you taking an Oprah with you, or are you meeting local boy?
I'm going up with. I'm bringing my wife, and because my mother-in-law lives up there,
Yeah.
so we're gonna go hang with her for her birthday. But I think Casey Aurora is opening,
Ooh,
so
okay.
it'll be
Things are
fun.
happening.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Yeah.
You
You mind when your wife or mother-in-law comes to see you? You one of those guys or like,
I think this will be the first time
Yeah.
she has, to be honest. I love when my wife comes. Doesn't matter. I mean, I love when my wife comes, but I also like, when she comes to my comedy shows. And it's cool when the family goes because we never get to see them. We never get to see her family. So
Gail and I were talking about this not too long ago. We know a comic that everybody knows, right?
Mhm.
And he's with his wife, and he says, the other night, I did this room. He goes, I destroyed. And his wife goes, seriously, like this. Oh, I'm never there when you do that. And everyone's just like, oh, bye.
I brought Lisa to a show when we first started dating, and I think I was maybe like 5 or 6 months in. I was hosting at the brokerage, and I went up and ate it. I had a terrible, terrible set. Got into it with the crowd. They just ate me up.
Just a bad night.
Chewed me up and spit me out. And I walked over to her and I was like, that was pretty good, right? And she goes, are you any good at this at all? She goes, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. And crawled up one side of me and down the other and told me everything I did wrong. To the point that I was like playing with my shirt on stage. And
Wow.
halfway through, I was like, I'm going to marry this girl. Like, that's what I need.
Yes,
you need honesty.
Yeah, I disagree. I want to hear it's everyone but me. They don't get it.
You're great and
brilliant.
perfect.
You were great. More jokes about
Horrible,
towels.
Though. I have some, to have that happen in front of somebody. You know what I mean?
It was like one of those, like, you just like the back of your head starts
Yeah.
kind of sweating and burning, and you're like, oh no, like, can I just crawl through the back of the wall and just disappear? But I had to live up, go talk
It's
to her
like
afterwards.
a 7th grade fight where you're getting your ass beat and you look up and see the cute girl just staring. This is it. It's like, hey, hey.
The first time I did a show with the Impractical Jokers, my dad was in the theater, and I was like, he was the first one I saw, and that freaked me out.
Right.
That was hard because
Yeah.
I just knew he was like, that's all. It might as well have been no one else in the room, and it's like a 3,000 seat theater, and I just see one head.
And he's like, huh?
He goes, you
What?
stink.
What?
He's just looking at me doing the thumb across his neck.
Yeah.
Don't embarrass us.
Wait, you said I did what? Because you might have a bit about them or whatever.
Yep.
You got the dead. He's like, you're doing dead dog material. Nobody. Nobody.
You feel
wants
like you're
that.
ready for that?
By the way, you were saying you don't think jokes work anymore.
Yeah.
The time for jokes is over.
I like Jeff and Dave and that generation are my favorite. My favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
I love Dave so much, and I love his jokes, and I like joke writing, and I like that we used to be able to talk about things that were painful, and that would hurt.
Yeah.
And I think that was the comedy I always kind of liked, and I feel like now it's kind of. I've toyed around with a couple of different things about my dog dying. I said I had to put her down because she was kneeling during the anthem, and it's stuff like that. Just trying to see where things can go. Oh, come on, no, really? And I'm like, come on, my dog wasn't obviously kneeling during the anthem. It's just a stupid, But you got to do what you got to do, I think a lot of that is like working with him, going on the road with Jay. Seeing a lot of like people that more push the envelope on stuff that's not easy to hear.
Right.
I like that stuff.
Do you know how likable Jay must be?
It's the only way.
Jay must be the most likable person that's ever lived.
Yeah,
to do the material that he does.
I think he does. Yeah.
When I first started opening for him, I remember we were doing a show in Denver, and I was looking at the crowd, and I'm like, how the hell is he gonna? How's he gonna do this? And by the end of the show, I mean, there were just tables of like old women just going up and giving him hugs, like they were all his grandparents. And I'm like, this is just the craziest thing I've ever seen.
I just
he's
feel
such a lovable
He
dude.
must be just lovable.
Yeah,
he just has to be. Dish.
Come on, bitch. Let's make this happen.
By the way, Vito does look like late in his career Jim Morrison right now. Now that you're, I'm
pretty
a
cool.
crawling king snake. You're all a bunch of sheep.
Solo.
This shit, baby.
Jessica Simpson's getting
Oh,
mom
boy.
shamed after letting her injured son swim.
All right, I know that her kid, he busted something the other day. I can't remember, but it was in the paper.
People claim that they saw that he had a cast on an
Yeah.
arm. So.
Why can't a kid with a look? First of all, look at that infinity pool out into the.
Yeah, it looks
this
nice.
kid's
Yeah, it's-
life is great.
I think he's doing okay.
Hit play. Why can't you swim with a cast on?
Yeah, I think, don't they make them
That's-
waterproof?
Oh, it's probably more that Fred Durst is throwing him in the air.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with swimming.
Throw Jessica like that.
Remember we used to just put a garbage bag or a shopping bag around
that
the
was
cast
the big
and
thing.
go in the pool.
I remember I never got one cast in my life because no one in my family's ever broke bones. Unbreakable.
Wow.
But a friend of mine put a bread bag to go swimming.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other time, like, he had broke both. His brother knocked him off a ladder, and he had broke both arms. He'd fallen both arms, and he was just had his head in the water with both arms up. Some weird fucking swan.
Yeah, but even chucking him in the air, what could he do? He's just hitting water. I
That
think it's
stinks
okay.
that this is where it's at, She can't, like, just enjoy putting up a picture of her kid getting thrown
There's
by
a lot of mom shaming
Mark
out there.
McGuire. Yeah.
Clearly looks like he's in so much pain.
Yeah.
He's having a blast.
Like,
I'd break both arms to get thrown in the air like that. What was those weird flippers he had on, too?
Yeah, he's.
I'm almost more, I want a mom shamer for that.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. If I was that kid, I'd still be breastfeeding.
Oh.
Wouldn't it be great if he did it too close to the side, though? And you could see his
Threw
head?
him into the ocean.
Let's see what else is on her Instagram.
I'm guessing a lot of mom
Yeah,
stuff
she does a lot of mom stuff.
is my guess.
Well, no, it's a lot of just to her. It's
Oh.
an homage to her.
That's fine with me.
Ah, look, they got a Prince thing.
Look how cute our kids are.
Yeah. what
Where's
would you
that?
expect, pigs? I like she did that picture of her without the makeup on. That's the new thing, right?
Yeah, it's very big.
Yeah. I just wrote into her. Ew.
You look different. Ew.
I wish she could get back together with that other guy from Newlyweds. I forget his name.
Nick
So
Lachey.
he's American. What?
Nick Lachey.
Nick Lachey.
Yeah.
That was an American couple.
He's probably on that Instagram every fucking day. Like, that could be my house. You know what? How much money she had to give him when they divorced, though?
How much?
$14 million.
Get
She was like
the
24, 25 years
fuck
old.
She
out.
gave him.
Mhm.
Really?
That's such bullshit.
She was the money.
Wow.
Oh my
She
god.
was straight the money. Because somebody asked her what was the worst business, because she's like
Yeah.
a billionaire now. And why is it bullshit?
Well, it's just funny because I'm thinking about her dad manager who
Momager.
yeah, her
Ma-
dadager who oversaw every financial decision in her
Yeah.
life. It just seems like he could have looked out for that one.
Well, he didn't believe in divorce. And if you go back, remember they did if they did like a marriage, the marriage, and then that got such good ratings. The
Yeah.
wedding got such good ratings that they went on a honeymoon thing and started just filming everything. But the priest or the minister, they're not priests. They have no fucking affiliation. He spent all of her time talking about her little precious gift
Yeah.
is still intact. He literally said this.
Wow.
No one has touched this pussy except for toilet paper.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's a weird thing.
But
to
he
bring up at a
actually
wedding.
brings up
So
she's-
crazy.
she kept her virginity.
Yeah.
And she's smiling and everyone around her smiling and Nick is just like so
His red rocket was
there was
hanging
no
out.
way that they were gonna have any, you know what I mean, the divorce.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Jesus would have. They said that Jesus kills himself every time somebody has a divorce.
Oh,
Over and
God.
over. It's like you've crucified him
What
again.
pressure.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah.
difficult. Yeah, I think the kid could go in the pool. I mean, look where we are these days.
That's what we're worrying about.
Is her kid wearing a Trump mask?
Yeah, he puts on a Trump mask, and now that's the little girl.
Whoa, 2 presidents in one day.
Check.
Weird.
Oh,
It's
that's
a really weird.
really
picture, too.
strange.
Yeah, that's scary.
Like that's kind of like a nightmare.
Yeah, that's a
that is.
terrible. Yeah,
That's what Trump looked like at that age.
that looks like the back of a Tool album.
That's frightening. That's a scary thought. Let's plug, Chris. I know that you're taking, like you say, a day for yourself today.
Mike.
None of the stuff is set up, but I still think that we should plug.
Mike Fenoy is performing this Saturday, June 30th at Laugh It Up in Poughkeepsie, New York. Go to laughitup.net for tickets, MikeFenoya.com for all of Mike's dates, and on Twitter at Mike Fenoya.
Put it all in a bowl, mix it up, and dish it!
So, did you know that Prince Harry's BFF is a gay porn star?
What?
No, but I love that I know it now.
Now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
He's known as Dirty Danny, Dan Broughton, and he's a prominent member of the Household Cavalry, a premier
Oh, there's
escort
Joe
service.
Jackson.
Joe Jackson looked terrible.
Yeah. He was ready. He saw more sunsets. Let's see again.
Dirty Danny, huh?
Dirty Danny.
That's
Look at
dirty.
him.
Mr. Gay UK.
Aw, Mr. Gay UK.
Wow.
I think that's
He's
gay.
a cute kid.
He's a cute kid.
I mean, he is. Look at. He's a little.
Do you think
doll
he and
face.
Prince Harry have had sex? Because remember, Harry is at best English straight. Which means
Right, that's
boarding
true.
school,
English
they tried
straight.
things.
That's great.
They
What,
tried stuff.
what do you think an English bachelor party's like?
Yeah, I can't imagine.
When
They
Mr.
like-
Gay UK is your friend?
I feel like they have like a different name for them too.
Then bachelor
Like,
parties?
Yeah, like they have bachelor and bachelorette party has like a weird name.
Yeah, it's probably fucking fig and leaves or something. you know
Yeah,
what I
tea
mean?
time.
Yeah,
Looking it up.
yeah. He doesn't want to.
He
He's
doesn't care.
having a day
It's
for
'cause I
himself.
said it.
He's having a no. He hasn't been there for me either. Even when he came over to fix the thing, it's still broke.
Again?
Stag parties.
What's that?
Stag parties.
Stag. party.
Stag parties are.
You know what that rhymes with?
Did you have stag parties or bachelor parties growing up? Because we had stags in Connecticut where you rent a VFW.
Yeah.
You don't go out and like go to a strip club. The families make trays of food
Uh-huh.
and they bring stuff to raffle off. And to buy a ticket, it's $25 and all the money goes to the groom. And they have a big spread of food. They have a whole big raffle. And then once all the old people leave, strippers come. And it's like lowest common denominator strippers.
Right. It's
And
the girl you went to high school with.
essentially, yeah,
Yeah.
just rolling around with like baked ziti and cigarette butts in her hair.
Yeah.
And that was what we did instead of bachelor parties. We had stags. So we were able to give money to
And then
the groom.
Then what you do? Show smokers on the wall. This is pre-VCRs.
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, how much money would you think a groom would get from one of those?
Well, it depended how, I mean, the earlier they got married in their life,
Yeah.
the more money they made because everyone was just looking for a reason to go party and drink a keg of beer at
Yeah.
like a place.
Right.
But the older they were, it got worse and worse. So I was a best man and I made my friend about $4,000, $5,000.
Yeah.
And then when my brother threw me one and I got like, I don't know, like $40,
That sucks.
$35. No, maybe like a 1,500 or something like that.
Still, I mean,
But-
you know what kind of cash should have been out there that day. But, you know, that's why I was laughing when people were talking about Pete Davidson and Ariana. They moving too fast. I'm like, everyone in my neighborhood growing up.
Yeah.
Nobody was still by 24.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know you were an old maid.
I was 2 in by that age. I was on my second one.
Yep. I was 29, I think.
Then you were like you said, you were
I was late.
late in life.
Yeah, my friends already had kids, and
Yeah.
they're all,
Chris is what he calls Costa Rican married. And that means you guys are finally doing it in a bed.
It's so great to be on
Yeah.
a frame and a box spring and an actual mattress.
He's forced to kill a whole thing of coconut milk after sex. That's considered.
Good for you.
That they say wards off VD.
We need the electrolytes.
Yeah.
Replenishes the
Yeah.
body.
There's still like a lot of kind of voodoo stuff that takes place.
Yeah, like
right?
Santeria. That's
Santeria's
part-
in Costa Rica?
It's in there too, yeah.
Wow.
Really?
It goes,
It's with
it
all
goes
the
everywhere.
Hispanics.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
realize
they
that.
all love it.
Like the
They
Day
love
of the
it.
Dead and El Diablo. Like
Yes,
fucking
we understand.
Chupacabra masks and plantains.
Well, yeah, beats a Trump mask for a little kid.
Yeah, that was scary.
Oh, that was really disturbing.
It was really
Jim
weird
Morrison,
looking.
we need you to stay in the moment, okay?
Dish it.
Well, I've been down so goddamn long. Looks just like him.
This week's dish segment is presented by Dish, ranked #1 in customer service nationally by JD Power and their customers. Dish tuned into you. To learn more, call 1-844-CALL-DISH or go to dish.com. I have one more for you.
One more
The
dish.
last dish of the
By the way,
day.
what a job Mike has done for us today, too.
Oh,
Right?
thanks, guys. I love
Love
coming in
'em.
here. I love you guys.
I've been wanting to see you since that basketball game so I could tell that story.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a fun night.
And it was was it Latin rhythm night or something at the
Yeah,
game?
yeah, it was.
It was something pretty weird.
And then also we got to see the drone party.
Oh, that
before
sounded
it.
We
so
did see the drone
Yeah.
party.
Well, Vito is a big Knicks fan for some reason. And you said the drone party's all normal thing, right?
It's every game they do it in the pre-show, and it's so impressive because the choreography is just nuts, and you see them roll out these drones.
Yeah, but it's got to be done by computer, right? One computer program?
It has to be because
There's no way people could do this.
because they place them on the court in a very specific way that they have to be pre-programmed.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the movie Batteries Not Included. Remember
Oh,
those when
boy.
those little things started
love
coming
that
up and flying around?
movie.
We'll be
Who's
hanging a lot more now, though. I saw, down in the West Village.
Yeah, because I'm going to be at the cellar this
So
weekend.
excited. That's so great.
No, you're not going to be there this weekend, right?
No, I'll be there Tuesday. I'm there tonight. I'll be there Tuesday, but I'm going to spend some time with my wife,
Good
and
for
I'm going to
you.
go watch
Hope
Jeff
it
and
works
Dave.
out.
I'm going to go watch Jeff and Dave on Friday.
Bumping mics. We just bumped mics with them.
Yeah.
The first time I ever my first ever spot at the cellar was hosting on a Sunday night late, and Jeff and Dave went on last, and it's like you get to a point where it's like you don't even feel like you're working there. I just felt like a fan. I'm
Yeah.
just standing there watching, and I'm like, I don't want to. It's my job to light them and let them know that it's time to wrap it up. And I'm like, there's no way in hell I can.
Whoa, you're in charge of light?
When I'm hosting,
That's
yeah.
very exciting. I had no idea.
Yeah.
You ever decide, like, you know what? I've had enough of this. I don't need
It's
this
like
many
saying-
N-bombs.
That's like my gong. That's my
Yeah.
gong at the cellar.
I saw Louis tell a story. He said that they never liked him at the Comedy Store. Mitzi just didn't like him. Did not like him. And he went back years later after he had done specials. And he said he just gets introduced. He goes, he's like doing a minute. And he just sees the like him on.
No kidding.
Oh my god.
He's not funny. I don't give a shit with the millions of fans. Isn't that funny though? Like
Yeah.
you can't get beyond.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if there's another profession in the arts where they go, "Oh, this is humiliating." You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
They start playing house music over
Yeah,
John
yeah,
Coltrane.
yeah. I don't think that ever happens anywhere else.
It really doesn't. Yeah. It's terrible.
You have Grammy Awards. Give them the light.
Yeah, they just turn on the commercials and the announcements before.
Yeah. He drones. All right, this last one's got to be killer.
Now I feel the pressure.
No, come on, Shelby.
So Rihanna's coming out with a new
Oh, boy.
eyeliner. The
Sexy.
product's dropping July 6th, and she's naming it "Cause I'm Black." It's only coming out in one shade,
Oh.
and the shade is being called "Cause I'm Black."
Now, do you
Cousin Black?
Cause I'm Black.
Oh, I thought you said Cousin Black. I'm like, wow, that's
now
a weird.
you think if a corporation put out this same thing, right, and called it "Cause You're Black," if people would be upset? I think
Oh,
they would
yeah.
be.
If I put out an eyeliner, it's called "Cause You're Black." I don't think people would be mom shaming me.
But she was also her brand was also the one that she came out with literally every human shade. that it was everyone was going so crazy because it was like as dark as your skin could be to albino women were saying we've never had a makeup shade before.
I don't know if I've ever met an albino woman.
Yeah, I
don't
think about it.
I've met albino guys, never an albino woman.
Interesting.
Yeah, I never
But
have either.
I've only had one friend in my life who was albino guy.
Yeah.
But
In the
I
comic,
I
that
had
is.
2 friends, Edgar and Johnny Winter. And but first albino I ever saw in my life, black person,
Yeah.
black kid.
Yeah.
And I'd never seen it before, and I was like,
so
what?
fascinated or
Well, no, because we were in Mississippi, and it was on a fucking. Sounds crazy. It was on a dirt road, and this albino black kid just runs in front of the car, and I felt like I had just
like
dra-
where are we?
Yeah, I'm like,
ghost?
what is going on?
Wow. Especially in
Wow.
Mississippi.
Yeah, and then I became obsessed talking about it. And my parents were like, stop bringing up the albino black kid. I mean, I was little myself. I was 32. No, I was like a little kid.
My friend, I was friends with a kid in middle school who was albino, and his hair was like the coolest texture.
Yeah.
It's like clouds.
Yeah.
It's like so soft.
Yeah, well, I used to go see Edgar and Johnny Winter, and their hair would turn colors with the lights.
Yeah.
So you
Right.
would just
That's
see.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah, I
cool.
mean, it was like beautiful.
It was like those things you get at the circus and you wave them and all the colors turn,
Yeah.
like those light sticks.
And I always felt bad for Edgar Winter because he tried something that didn't catch on. He took the keyboard and wrapped it around his shoulders and just played it like it was a guitar. And he thought like, oh, everyone's going to do this. No.
No.
You were the last of your...
The keytar.
Yeah. Mike, so great to see you.
So
Let's
I
great
do
love
to
you
this
see
more
guys.
often.
Thank you
Same
so
here.
much.
Yeah.
Anytime. Thank you.
Mike Fenoy is performing this Saturday, June 30th at Laugh It Up in Poughkeepsie, New York. LaughItUp.net for tickets, MikeFenoya.com for all of Mike's dates, and at Mike Fenoya on Twitter.
We'll take a break. Back with who?
Chrissy Cello and P.D. Deabrew.
Wow, what a day
Nice.
today, huh? It's
I
a
know.
cavalcade of stars. Cavalcade. Right back, Bennington. The Bennington Show, we've had more comics on the show today than Jerry Lewis Telethon. And now who do we got coming in?
Chrissy Cello and P.D. Deabrew are in the studio.
It gets better and better.
Christy and P.D. show White Chocolate's happening Saturday, July 7th at 10 p.m. at Union Hall in Brooklyn. On the show, Sasir Samada, Sean Patton, Rob Cantrell, Alex English, Damian Lemon, David Ray Martin, and Joe Pera. UnionHallNY.com for tickets, and PD hosts Better Days Comedy every Wednesday at Better Days in New York City.
Yes.
Wow, look at this lineup. That's amazing, guys.
Great.
Thank you. We're really excited about it. Union Hall's been great to us. We love the people at Union Hall.
You know why? Because you're hipsters, and it's a hipster. No one says hipster anymore, do
No,
they?
they're hipsters. Yeah, they're hipsters.
Yeah, but they don't. It doesn't get used the frequency. I think everyone's overusing.
I like when we used to hate the hipsters. Remember?
Oh, me
you
too.
Fucking hipsters.
Now we're just, you know what? You know why I think that people stop doing it
Yeah.
is because now they've just decided they hate the entire generation of
Right.
young people. So now it's just millennials.
Oh, anyone
agree.
young.
So that's
yeah.
really the issue. Is that they're like,
Millennials
oh, we
and
were.
Muslims. Not a good time for you yesterday. Being Muslim.
Eminem. The Eminem band.
Eminem band. By the way, Vito just comes carrying all Christie's stuff in today.
Oh my God.
And see,
PD was looking at him. I mean, last time I was here, my mom, everyone was going crazy.
Yeah.
They're like, Christy, what's the deal with you and Vito?
yeah.
And I
then
was like, I don't know. There he is.
Vito's mom is very interested in you two and to be together. But can I tell you a problem for you, Vito?
Yeah.
When you wear the white headband, you look like Larry Fine.
Yeah.
You look like you're totally bald.
It's such a it's a
Yeah.
bad look. I've never been a fan of it, and it's worse when you wear a flesh tone one, because then
Yeah.
you look like you're doing like a Hulk Hogan thing, and
Yes,
it's really
it is.
strange.
Very Hulk Hogan.
I didn't want to wear a headband, but as I went out there, my hair just kept getting in my face, and I just needed
I know, but here's the thing. Yesterday, I didn't want to say it. We had some guests in, and I just felt like everyone was putting the boots to you. But I was like, your hair couldn't have looked weirder. And I wish I could have said to you, like, just take it off.
You already look like, and forgive it, a school shooter. You look like you've run into a school.
They're never that big though. I've never seen.
No, you're
they
right
always
about
like
that.
anorexic,
Yeah.
acne.
That is true.
Yeah.
There's never been an overweight school shooter.
They
Look
need to
into
be
that.
well fed.
Yeah.
You
They
know?
gotta be sneaky.
Now, if you have a, yeah, that's
I'm
true.
sorry.
But you know the relief it must be to have a fat child that age, or just like,
I know he's
although
doing
probably
well
an
for
easy
himself.
target for another school shooter.
Exactly. What
Yeah.
a relief.
Yeah.
What a relief. But yeah, he came in carrying my bags like a
Yeah.
gentleman.
Now, I wasn't here the last time that you were here. Is that when all this flirting went back
That's
and
when
forth?
it all happened. Well, I was
Yeah.
I happened to be talking about being single, something I usually never discuss.
Right.
But yeah, and people on the Twitter sphere were
Mm-hmm.
pretty into the idea that I was single and Vito was single.
Yes, it was pretty. I mean,
Right?
there was some chemistry for sure too. There was chemistry.
But I'll
I
say
don't want to
this.
say like I'm a matchmaker, but
You
I
know-
felt like I was setting things up.
Vito doesn't have a lot of experience, and Christy, you're a girl with a reputation.
I think he needs somebody like that.
Seasoned.
Yeah, she is seasoned.
But yet a good girl. You know what I mean? Like a good, sweet
yeah,
girl.
okay.
Yeah.
But was it are you more apt to date a comic or an audience member? Or a manager?
All the above.
Yeah.
All the above.
None of it's off the table.
None of it's off the table.
I like girls that date industry. You know what I mean? Like they
Industry only.
get their connections together that way.
That's why JFL is such an exciting time for comics.
Yes.
It's like,
This will be my third summer going.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Joking. I mean, it is though, but you know.
No, what are you doing this year? Do you know?
This year, yeah, I'm doing warm up work for some of their tapings.
Really?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hmm.
Why? Why do you make that face?
Well, I'm just saying, I'd rather see you on the show than.
Oh my God, thank you so
No,
much.
I want to see when the red light comes on. I don't want you to be like, oh, they have warmed up. Got
did
this
my
show.
job.
Yeah.
She ain't been talking to the right industry.
Yeah.
I'm excited though.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good experience for me.
She's, right now she's dating a receptionist at Warner Brothers.
I can get you there. Don't worry. I can get you there. Don't worry. They green light everything. I
Yeah.
we're like an NBC page.
Hey, that's not bad. That would not be bad because they know where Steve Allen's office used to be. Have you ever taken that tour?
Yes, I did it once many years ago.
Yeah, that's plenty.
With my family.
Yeah.
Once is
they were
enough.
visiting.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, when your family comes to town, introduce me.
Yeah, I will.
Chris, have you ever done it?
I have never done it. No.
That's a real New Yorker. Have you been to the top of the Empire State Building?
Nope.
See,
And
because
Statue of Liberty.
No, never.
But that's because you don't have outside family. Like I've done those things once.
That's mean.
I'm just
Yeah, it's fucked
saying.
He
up,
has
Gail.
no family.
Yeah,
none,
but like I
zero.
don't want him to get like real New Yorker status just because he doesn't have family.
He doesn't have
that
a
shit.
he doesn't have a single living relative, and we brought that up today with Jeff Frost, who roasts everyone. Jeff is like, "Oh my God, no!
I know he was.
Odd reaction.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Was it-
I
was it
love
a bad?
him.
What are you doing? Putting on the soccer game? Who's playing?
I think it's Costa Rica.
I feel like
Oh,
I don't know.
I seen the Germans crying. I went to get a haircut.
is that right today?
Yo, dudes in the hood.
And
It's
it's
like,
Brazil.
yo, who scored, yo? Yo, who won? I'm like, you guys don't watch soccer.
Yeah, they do
Fuck
now.
outta here.
They
Yo,
do.
yo, yo.
A lot of people watch
Brazil
soccer.
and Serbia is.
How long does the soccer game last?
Well,
Like a month?
Too long.
Yeah, it goes on for about a month. Yeah, it's the same as Big Brother on CBS.
Perfect.
When's that start?
Now you're speaking my language.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tonight?
Tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, I got to make sure that I plug it in because I'm not always available for every single episode of Big Brother. There's like
Sure
5,000
Sure
of
you're
them.
not.
Vito, live eviction.
Right.
The rumor is there'll be a double eviction
Can I
tonight
tell
on
you
the first
something?
night.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I swear to God, it's the rumor.
I'll just say this: Christy's humor is a little biting. You know what I mean? Like she took a chunk out of me there with saying, "I have all the time in the world to watch Big Brother." Starts to hurt. Chris, you don't do plugs anymore.
I apologize, everyone. Chrissy Cielo.
Don't apologize. No announcer on TV would say, "I apologize for this Drink Ovaltine."
Chrissy Cielo and P. Debrew, their show White Chocolate's happening Saturday, July 7th.
White chocolate.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Chocolate, that's as New
When
York
you guys
as
came
you
in
get.
last night, white chocolate.
White Chocolate's happening Saturday, July 7th, 10 p.m. at Union Hall in Brooklyn. UnionHallNY.com for tickets. MPD hosts Better Days Comedy every Wednesday at Better Days in New York City.
Hell yeah.
No, Vito, there's no part of you that thinks you can get Christy, is there?
No, I don't think so. I think this is just fun flirting on
Oh,
the
by the way, that lack of confidence will keep you single forever.
Yeah, Vito.
I swear I just thought that when you said
Yeah.
you said what I thought.
Yeah.
When he said that, I
Yeah.
said, oh man. In my mind, I said, oh man.
It's crushing when you see a young guy do that too, right?
Yeah.
You just like take your shots, but not like, oh, she would never go for a look like me. That 1930s thing that you come in with.
Yeah, gee, boys.
Where would you take Christy if you were to take her out?
Yeah, Vito.
Kiku Sushi.
I don't like sushi, though.
Oh,
Forget sushi.
she was so excited.
Get her,
that
get her
would-
to tempura.
Yeah, yeah.
Tempura.
See if you can bring some peanut butter and jelly in your pocket.
Perfect.
Vito, you just don't yell out one thing. You set up an entire night
Yeah, like
for
not
her.
just like just the meal, but like
Yeah.
what's the whole setup and
This
change
isn't
the
about
sushi
a
now.
feed bag and then head right back home.
But she's not gonna sit there and eat chicken teriyaki while you
Yeah.
eat sushi. It's gonna be weird.
Well,
I am a feed bag.
yeah.
So we can instead of going to Kiku Sushi,
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Start it slow.
we can take a nice bike ride on City Bike.
Take a bike ride.
Does she have to get a city bike?
No,
pass?
I kept guest passes.
You have guest passes.
She's wearing a summer dress.
That's the best way to bike in.
Do you have a helmet for her?
I don't wear a helmet. Why would she wear a helmet?
Oh my God, it's not safe.
Now, I
She's
saw
a comedian.
this.
She needs a brain.
I saw this morning on New York One. They showed the last car that will ever go through Central Park. They're getting rid of cars
Wow.
in Central Park because this fucking city belongs to bicycles.
I hate it.
I hate it too.
I absolutely hate it. I think you got to be Looney Tune to ride your bike around the city.
By the way, great idea, Vito.
Yeah,
she
Vito.
hates it. She's allergic to sushi. She hates a bike.
All right, let's get a
Oh my
redo. What about
God.
one more?
Your best shot right now, Vito, is rape. Anything less than that is not happening.
So I think I'll invite her to a dark alley and tell her that it's an
That does
exclusive
sound
restaurant.
romantic, though. That does. Right behind a beautiful restaurant.
This is the back entrance.
Yeah.
I know the people.
Yeah. Why are you bringing up bicycles?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
she
thought a
doesn't-
bike ride seemed like a nice, beautiful, romantic thing through
Yeah,
the
but
city.
it's gonna be
For who, a
sweaty.
child?
Vito.
On the West Side Highway, you're on the bike path.
That is very
dangerous.
sweet.
But again,
Vito.
who are you dating? An 8-year-old? She's
No.
a grown woman. She's not going to get on a bike.
I'm a GAW. I'm a grown ass woman.
Like she's,
She's a
wearing
girl.
dress
I'm wearing
and
a
like she's
dress.
gonna be like dressed nice for the date. Like you don't want to take her on a bike.
All right, you're
Pick
right.
something better.
How about Madame Tussauds Wax Museum?
Oh.
what the
All
fuck?
right. Thank you guys for
God.
having me. I'm
Yeah.
out of here.
No, please give us a chance.
No.
Don't judge us by him.
Petey, get your coat.
He's saying you don't want to go out for video games, a bike ride,
Dave
and a
and
wax
Buster's.
museum?
Oh, wax. Are you a pedophile?
He seems like it.
He definitely
Maybe we'll
is.
just go to the candy shop,
Yeah.
to the M&M store.
What about,
M&Ms.
what about the lobster boat?
Oh,
The
okay.
lobster
Was that your other failed date?
Stop.
Oh,
He's
no.
recycling ideas now.
Oh,
That was
no.
also a midsummer heat thing.
That
Yeah,
was
we
awful
told him that was
idea.
a bad idea, and then she didn't show up, and it was really sad.
Oh, no.
As the
Oh.
boat was leaving into the river.
I just had to sit on the boat by myself and eat lobster for two.
You like that part?
Nice. Good
It
time.
was a good night.
And by the way, you're acting like it's fresh lobster, but you're in the Hudson.
It's
That's
just
not
all the-
Hudson lobsters, are they? Because those are basically
Yeah.
crabs.
They're good though. So we get on the lobster boat. We take a nice cruise up the Hudson River. You get to look at Riverside Park.
And by,
They
by
take you up to the George Washington Bridge, and then you turn around. You don't go past there.
That is not far, dude.
But it's nice.
How?
Just take her on the Staten Island ferry.
That does sound lovely.
Why don't you just wade out in the river with her?
Why don't you just tag, put some weights on my ankles?
If the lobster boat's not your thing, how about the circle line?
Hold on, I think one of these things is on
No,
fire.
no, no. I vaped.
Oh, okay, because I just saw it coming out of the lights.
I was like, are we going to die?
Yeah, I was going to, silently just move everyone out of the room and into the hallway like a little fire marshal.
Do we have a fire marshal on this show? Because I think everyone needs one.
I remember when I was at NEW, Earl was one, and this was the funniest thing. So O and A were on the air, and Earl was supposed to be the guy who got everyone out of the building, and the fire alarm was going out, and they look out the window, and they say, Earl just looking up. They said, like a Charlie Brown character. He had just gotten himself down to the bottom. Yeah. Well, even a lot of junior fire marshals will panic during that thing. A fire chief, a New York fire chief, told me that they train. They do nothing but train, and he goes, "It's like ballet, the way they move." And they'll do it a million times. And then he goes, and then a fire happens, and then anything can happen. You know what I mean?
Wow, yeah.
No amount of training can prepare you with holy shit.
Panic and
the fire is right there.
Right, because it's nature that you're going to see
Yeah.
something like that and be like, I shouldn't go into there.
Yes, it's literally in your DNA to not want to be in the middle of a fire.
Yeah.
I think about that a lot. I think about if I'd rather die from a fire
Yeah.
or drowning.
You know what? I hope you get both. I hope
You
you're
know
in a
what?
submarine.
Thank you for having me.
I'm on fire! And then you jump in the water and then.
I'm drowning, but my skin
Vito, are you going to let him talk about me like that?
Vito comes in there and knocks me out. You'll be a hero forever.
Oh my God.
Don't you ever say. All right, let's go around the room. Chris, burn to death or drown?
Give me the drown. It seems more peaceful, yeah.
Yeah, but then the bugs, then the fish are
And
gonna-
it's like the thought of your last gasp of air.
Yeah. I don't know whether you guys have ever been snorkeling, but every once in a while, the water, salt water will just come down and it just shoots right down your
Yeah,
throat.
I've had it happen.
And it's a horrible feeling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm dying. And people are like, you're in a foot. You know what I mean? Like, you can stand up.
I had that same experience.
Yeah.
Where it's like wave came, so it's like shoots down your throat
Yeah.
and you can't breathe, and then in the wave and you're tumbling, so you don't even know what's up or
Yes.
down. But it's like you're not deep out there. You
Yeah.
know? You're still you
I
could
know.
doggy paddle back, but I was like, I'm dying. I'm
Dude.
definitely dying.
You accepted your death.
Yeah.
That's how I go.
I was down in Puerto Rico and me and my brother were over this beautiful wheat, and the thing just shot down my throat. I came up and my brother was going like this because we were overhead, and he's like, "You're all right, you're all right," like I was an infant. I was a man. And he's like, "You're okay. You can just breathe." And I'm like, "This is embarrassing and frightening at the same time." So, but fire, have you ever just been burnt with a cigarette or something?
Yeah.
It's so painful.
It's fucked up.
I can't imagine the whole body.
Yeah, I think I'd go with drowning.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably drown.
Yeah, drowning. I don't think
you drown.
I would drown.
Yeah.
I don't know how to swim, so I have no choice.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Neither
Really?
could Chris. You're
Yeah.
a real New Yorker.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
don't fucking swim.
Yeah.
What? I
You've
barely know how to drive.
never attempted to swim.
Yeah,
Never.
I tried and I almost died.
Yeah.
I was,
Well,
I was hanging out with a friend, and he
Yeah.
was like a good swimmer down in Miami. And
Yeah.
it was a bright idea. Yo, let's jump off the pier.
Right.
And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
He did it. He was like, "Whew." And I was like, all right. And then I was like standing there like, oh, shit, I can't turn back now. I don't know how to fucking swim, but I'm like, yo, fuck it. I'm a man. And I
Yeah.
jump in, and then the fucking current starts taking
Yeah,
me.
that's
I'm
not the
like,
way to learn to swim.
I'm
That
like,
is
oh,
not the way.
Oh.
And then
you
I
have to
fucking-
baby step that
How
shit.
did you not die?
I don't know, man. It wasn't my time.
I've known people do that, and I'm like, I can't imagine diving in when you don't know how to swim. But
No.
but my friend said the same thing. He goes, "Well, I was embarrassed." I go, that's like jumping out of a plane without a parachute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want everyone to know I don't have a parachute. I'm just going to jump. Maybe my jacket kind of worked for me. I mean, I would be so scared if I couldn't swim.
I was scared. And then
Yeah.
the worst, it was the awkwardness on the walk, like when we were walking
Yeah,
back
yeah.
to where we were coming from. It was
Yeah.
like, I had to I was kind of like,
Yeah.
It's quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
It's like, that was fun, right? I'm like, I almost died. It wasn't that fun.
I was with a friend who the lifeguards had to save, and he was quiet the whole fucking weekend. He was just like we would be partying, like we were spending the rest of the weekend, and you just see him looking out. It was almost like he was a Vietnam veteran.
That's gotta be
Yeah.
That's gotta be so embarrassing. That's like the
Yeah.
most embarrassing. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
it
when
is.
they bring you back.
No, he was
Yeah.
like literally holding on to the thing.
Little
but the guy was
pontoon type
yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they were like dragging him in.
When I was in Mexico, we took this boat out. We were like snorkeling and doing all this stuff. And there's this place is called Marianas Island, where you kind of go through a cave in order to get to like a private beach that has
Yeah.
like, you know, it's almost like a beach with a sunroof. It's really weird.
Who were you with? Leonardo DiCaprio? How does something like this happen?
So we're on the boat, and they're like, seriously, don't lie to us. Anyone who's not a strong swimmer, you can't do this.
Oh my god.
And so I'm sitting there, and I'm saying, okay, like, we're strong enough swimmers for this, right?
Yeah, I
Because
mean, how
it's
do you
like,
know what
like-
a strong
Yeah,
swimmer
so
is?
like, then I started to question myself. I
Yeah.
was like, relative to what? Like,
Yeah.
are we comparing to like Michael
Olympians?
Phelps?
Yeah.
But everybody on the boat was just like, we're all strong swimmers, and some of them were kids, and I was just like, all right, I'll say that I am, and I hope that I'm right. And turns out I am a strong swimmer, because I looked back, and like I would say 60-70% of the people were drowning as we were going through this thing, and I was like, this, I'm pretty good, I'm good. But it was difficult as shit because the tide is going in and out, and then the water's rising, so the cave top
too
is here.
claustrophobic for this. Forget swimming.
So sometimes you have to like go under and then hope that the water comes back down like this.
Oh, God.
How long was
That's a
it? Like, let's
nightmare.
say if you did it as an underwater swim, how long would it be?
Oh, it would be pretty long to get through the cave. Like
10
I would
yards,
say, like
15
I would
yards?
say, like you'd almost have to go the length of the hallway almost. So
Oh shit, that's
so,
far.
Yeah, so like you have to be pretty strong.
And the
to swim,
water
like-
and the water's deep.
yeah, it's. I mean, you're like in the ocean, and then when you come out, it's like the water is like insane. The experience of doing
Yeah.
it is crazy. Chris, look up Marianas Island. It's really pretty.
Oh my God.
How do you get out of there? You gotta go
Same
You got
way.
the same way, and
Yeah.
actually the way out was more difficult because the
You
tide
meet a
had
mermaid
changed.
and you make a wish.
But I was just watching these people, and I was just like,
wow.
"Oh, sorry, guys."
There
Why
she
don't
is.
you just like pick pictures of people snorkeling? Show the top of what it look like right there where the people are. See?
Oh,
that doesn't look so
wow.
bad.
Yeah, but when the tide changes, so like on our way out, it gets really, really high, and your like head is on the top of the cave. Like
Imagine
that.
if they were all pictures of children, like under the age of 10. Like easily doing it.
Yeah,
Or
but we
just
were
some
laughing
floating
because we were like.
people. Like, oh my god, I'm not going there.
But I
this
was
year.
like, see down there, Chris, see like the blue right there? Like that's what
that's
it's like.
pretty.
That's
So
fucking
you're
nice.
going like, so the water is changing like this, but we were just watching people just like choking and flailing. We're like, oh, sorry, dude. Like he told you guys.
Oh, they got a boat though. How'd they do
Yeah,
the boat thing?
See, that was a good idea. We were on a big boat.
Like, oh, you could take a boat.
They should have led with that.
I could bring my helicopter.
Oh, you know what I need? You know those things they sell at Sharper Image, like the personal
Yeah.
personal jet thing
Oh
you did.
yeah.
Oh,
I got to cheat.
I know why I
All about
shop
cheating.
anywhere but Sharper Image. Anyway. I was in there with James Bond not too long ago. Like, what are we looking at here? Chris, you don't plug?
I do. Chrissy Cello and Petey Dayabrew
do.
are in
Yeah.
studio, and White Chocolate is happening. Chocolate. Their show, White Chocolate, is happening Saturday, July 7th at 10 p.m. at Union Hall in Brooklyn. On the show, Sashir Zamata, Sean Patton, Rob Cantrell, Alex English, Damian Lemon, David Ray Martin, and Joe Pira. UnionHallNY.com for tickets. And Petey hosts Better Days Comedy every Wednesday at Better Days in New York.
Nice. Vito.
Vito's beautiful.
Yeah. Ever since you fell apart, that's the end of it, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I thought the
Chrissy,
lobster
what-
vote was a nice thing.
Christy, what's the last big date that you went on?
Here we go.
I had a guy come to my one woman show that I think you were there. Do you remember seeing him, Gail?
I don't think I met him.
He was there, and then he took me to dinner afterwards.
Was that the one I did, or the other one? The other one.
The other one, not the one you were at,
'Cause
so you
he
didn't
knew.
meet him.
He
So
knew.
he just took me to like a nice dinner.
Yeah.
Where at? Did it beat Kiko Man?
It had white tablecloths.
I can find a place with white tablecloths. That's not an issue.
Is that what you want to do? Equal her date instead of surpass
better.
it?
He can't win with
Yeah,
any
I
of
know.
these.
He's like, oh, you like white tablecloth, do you?
Don't get all hung up in the laundry.
Yeah. It's not all
Silverware.
about linens with her. She was just pointing out a detail.
You guys are awful.
Bring a pillowcase into this. Make it all exciting. Where would you take her off to a picnic to? Maybe 4th of July is coming up. You know,
And there's some nice firework displays.
That's lovely.
she's a comic. She works nights.
On July 4th?
Yes. What do you think? Normal people take off July 4th?
I don't know. I thought comics went out for July 4th and enjoyed the festivities. Went to a barbecue,
What
maybe.
do you guys think he should do? Since you don't
Here's-
like his suggestions.
If I was him,
yeah, what would you
I'd
do?
find out where Anthony Bourdain got his rope, and I would kill myself. This might sound like bullying, but I believe it's tough love.
I don't think a suicide's the best date.
You don't know that. You might end up coming to the funeral and crying.
That would be a good look for you.
And then your mom was like, "Oh, you two almost went on a date. Good."
That was big for him.
Yeah,
Well, I'm having the time of my life.
you should.
This has been the time
You
of
know-
my life.
You know why? Because with Vito, you can play hard to get. You know what I mean? You
No.
can, you tee off on him a little bit. Feel good about yourself.
Vito, I'm never going to tee off of you.
Yeah.
Tee off of
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a sexual thing?
I don't know what I meant.
So would
I'll
you
never
honestly
tee
go out
off.
with him?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
That was like a yes. I felt
Yeah.
like. That falsetto was like a yes. I felt like
Because
that.
first of all,
Yeah, that's
Vito, I would I'll pay for the date for you if she ever goes out with you because I know something is going to end bad. And I'll have show fodder. And I'll be screaming, "You did what?"
Could you guys maybe do like some like Instagram stories throughout the date to just like keep us
Yeah.
check?
Live feed.
Yeah, like you say you have to go to the bathroom. You're like, things are going really great.
Yeah. Yeah.
You call for advice. So how's it going? What's going on?
Not loving the lobster boat, but
And then Vito's like, "Maybe Ron's right. I should hang myself." Ron's right.
I mean, he brought a rope. It's kind of weird.
Vito, can you swim?
Yeah, I'm a very strong swimmer.
Oh, shit. I had
Nice.
a great idea, but I can't.
Me
now.
too. I'm a good swimmer.
Are you?
swim date?
Swim day.
Some kind of a swim date?
Water park?
Yes.
Camel Beach.
Take me to that island
Hey,
where Gail
Vito,
went.
that's rude.
Yeah, Camel Beach. Come on. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Camel Beach.
He's saying your bathing suit bottoms are a little tight. And he calls it Camel Beach.
Eyes up here, Vito.
Yeah, come on.
Jeez
That's
Louise,
where her eyes
Vito.
are.
Normally,
Eyes
eyes
up
up here
here.
is about your boobs. Stop looking at my camel toe. Up here.
Look at my boobs instead, Vito. Jeez.
My gym has a pool. So
Gym date?
gym
Ew. That's disgusting.
I've got to go.
Like, no, we
my gym
choose the
has
pool.
a,
That's the worst date I've ever
my
heard.
gym
It's
is a
just like
5-lane
chlorine
pool.
Before that, it's also the
Sweat
worst
fest?
brag I've ever heard. I don't know whether you've been to the YMCA, but they have a pool now. And Vito, you do kind of wear a 1930s bathing suit too, right?
yeah, got the
What kind?
that thing, the undershirt.
Oh, you got the Andre the Giant.
Yeah, he does
Yeah.
that, and so does
Nice.
Chris.
Yeah, check this. Chris lies about it, but it's really
You
because
got the Andre the
Are you
Giant
wearing it right
onesie?
now?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh,
look
the
at my
chest
man
hair.
shaved his
protrudes.
chest hair.
No, I'm just actually very hairless. I
It's,
would admit
um,
it if I shaved my fucking
It's like
chest.
looking at a dolphin's belly.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
Look at that little nipple trying to peek out
Yeah.
right there.
Take it off. Let's see how it just looks. So that's a fantastic.
Look at that little
look for you.
little areola peeking out there.
You like that?
Oh, look at him. Look at him.
Dude, you know what? I can make you some money playing Gorilla Monsoon at kids' parties.
I love that. Do they still know Girl
All right,
Monsoon?
kids. It's 70s wrestler, Gorilla Monsoon.
little kids love girls.
You're just slapping your own chest and shoulders. Now, it's the weird thing about the younger guys. I saw Monroe Martin maybe was making fun of a guy for not wearing a wife beater under his T-shirt. He goes, "You don't wear anything," and I'm like, "All you guys are wearing double undershirts?
Yeah.
But you do this, you'll wear that under a t-shirt.
Yeah, but I feel like it keeps some of the sweating. 'Cause I'm just so
The
sweaty.
sweat is for your armpits. Where else is it?
I gotta get a sweaty back. I got a fucking sweaty chest. I'm fucking pouring sweat when I'm out there.
Dude, you need to get what Shreka told me about.
What's that?
It's the Mega Babe. It came in the other day. It's got bust dust, which is like a nice little thing that you put under your titties for
Ooh.
sweat. And then there's
She got a lot of under titty sweat.
I don't know. I mean, who doesn't?
Chris's body's weird though. For a fat guy, he doesn't have tits.
Yeah.
See, that's a weird thing to bring up before your date.
You ever notice how Chris doesn't have tits?
He's like, not that I've been
And
looking
I
enough.
do.
I have. It impresses me.
But if you really just check out his
Dude, you
physique,
gotta just dress like that to come to work from now on.
Go
But
to
you, need a
Peter.
little, you need a little sailor cap with it.
Oh, that's so cute, like tugboat.
Like tugboat from the WWE.
You kind of could do a tugboat thing.
Or Typhoon, as he was
could
later
kind of
called.
do a tugboat thing, even more so.
But for that, do you remember what he was called?
Akeem the African Dream?
Say, no.
Oh,
He
no.
was U.S. Steel.
Oh,
U.S.
shit.
Steel when he wrestled in Florida.
All right.
Didn't catch on.
He was white.
Tugboat for some reason did.
He was huge with the Rockefellers.
Yeah.
Chrissy Cello and P.D. Daybrewer in studio. Their
What a
show,
weird-
White Chocolate, is happening Saturday.
Chocolate.
Chocolate is happening Saturday, July 7th at 10 p.m. at Union Hall in Brooklyn. Go to unionhallny.com for tickets.
You know, when you're vaping like that, you just look like a robot smoking to me.
It feels very strange.
It doesn't seem like we should be alive when there's electric cigarettes.
I'm smoking mango-flavored nicotine salts. That doesn't sound like a thing a human should do. Love the taste, though.
Where's the taste? Just in the clip?
Yeah, just like this is my Juul pod. This is my
And that's
pod.
where all the taste is.
That's where all the nicotine salts are, yeah.
He's staying with it, though.
Yeah, I'm
and he was a
shocked.
big smoker, and now he's a big
Really?
vapor. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I love it.
He just wishes that he could sit there and suck on a tiny little dog's dick the whole time. Like, he could have it just a chihuahua. He's got an oral fixation.
They won't give me a dog. That's what I tell them I want the dog for.
No, see, that's wrong.
No.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take a rescue. Just let me suck it.
All right, Brazil scored.
Who do you guys want to win this game?
Well, you know, I'm on the side of Brazil, and they love soccer, and the other...
The beautiful game.
What's
who
the
they
other
played
team?
Against?
Serbia.
They don't give a shit about
Who
soccer.
gives a fuck
Yeah.
about Serbia?
Yeah.
Shout out to all my Serbians.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I have no
I don't think I've
idea.
even met
There
a
was Serbian in my house.
You ever meet a Serbian?
No,
Never met
never.
A Serbian.
I met two
No, they both
Bosnians,
seem
and
like
I
great
couldn't get along
teams.
with them.
I feel like they're all from Russia.
All right, they just said that Trump was running down the street in his underwear a couple minutes ago.
Shut
Now,
up.
Justice Kennedy announces his retirement from the Supreme Court. So he's a conservative, and they wanted to make way for another conservative. So this will be the second Supreme Court judge that Trump gets to put up there. And he's either talking about his son-in-law or a guy who plays basketball with Barron, 13 years old. 13 years old. He's going to make him Supreme Court justice for life.
He's a good kid.
Every day with the news. Huh?
Great judgment. He's got great
Every
judgment.
day with the news. It's crazy as shit.
Take it.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Fucking, I watch news. I know news from the Instagram stories.
Yeah, is that right?
That's like from my timeline. I watch
Yeah.
the timeline and oh shit, kids are in cages.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on? It's like, what's going on? You wake up,
Yeah.
you what? Kids are in cages? who snuck cameras in there?
Yeah.
That's the first question I'm wondering. Who took pictures?
Yeah. Well, they literally said, kids, dogs, what's the difference? Put it in a
We
cage.
don't mind.
Yeah. Most of these kids aren't even going to remember it, they said. You know?
They're
You
so
get older.
young. They're so young.
Yeah,
that
they're
they
so
won't remember
young,
it.
you don't even know what happened to you.
They're trading Lunchables. Yo, how much
You know,
crackers?
I need some more sauce.
I need some more sauce.
You know, I was doing that thing with Voss yesterday, and he went into, you know, when his parents split up, they basically, neither one of them wanted the kids, and they took him over to the. As he was telling that story, he looked like a little kid again. He looked like you know, Voss is a tough guy,
Yeah.
and Lord knows he's not young. But just telling that story, you could picture him being dropped off and hearing his mom saying, I can't, you know, you take these kids. I don't want them.
Wow.
It's funny how we carry that shit, isn't it?
Yeah. You really don't get rid of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit's I realized the other day I got daddy issues. It's so hard to fuck. And like I've been talking to my girlfriend recently.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, yo, I'm in a funky mood. And I finally broke down. I was like, all right, I'm sad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like, oh, I'm just
Yeah.
in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Oh, give me. I can't talk right now. I'm in a bad mood. And then we talked. I was like, all right, I'm sad. I just couldn't tell you I was sad because I felt like it
And it all
wasn't
has
cool.
to do with the dad stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Vito raised without a dad, and Chris's dad died when he was young. So I'm gonna I'm gonna take the three of you guys to a Yankee game. all right?
Thanks,
And
man.
I also want
Good
to say
date.
this, Petey. I'm so proud of you. You really are something else. And
thank you so
Vito,
much,
you're doing great. And Chris, I
Yeah?
hope you learn how to swim.
One
But
day.
I
One
love
day,
that. I love that 1930s look you had.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's really sweet.
Yeah.
Can we run the bases after the game?
Don't push it, all right? You know I have to get back. And you're quiet when I'm on the
All
phone.
the other kids get to do
You're
it.
gonna ruin this for us.
You don't get to running the base is a very rare thing that happens at a game.
Yeah.
Did you see the Mickey Mantle thing that they claim was Mickey Mantle?
The thing he wrote, the survey where
I don't believe it. Do you?
it doesn't. The paper doesn't look old. Like it looks like a brand new piece of paper. I
Yeah.
don't believe it at all. It looks just like an internet
But,
hoax.
but yeah, Flathead sent it to me, but it's a bar stool
what
story.
is
They put it up.
Yeah.
All right. So apparently, when they asked him to write a thing when he was still playing about the old, what was his favorite memory from the old Yankee Stadium, and this now the other side put it up, and I'll read it, Chris.
It's loading.
You went to that side put up as big as you can make it. So he
Oh
said
my
this his
God.
favorite memory was I got a blow job in the right field bleachers by the Yankee bullpen all the way down. It was about the third or fourth inning. I had pulled a groin and couldn't fuck at the time, and she was a very nice girl, and she asked me what to do with the cum after I came in her mouth, and I said, "Don't ask me. I'm no cocksucker." Signed, Mickey Mantle, All-American boy.
He
Good
loves
old
that
7,
so
baby.
much.
That's good old number 7. Boogie down. That's the boogie down Bronx way.
It just, like I refuse to believe Mickey Mantle had that nice handwriting.
Really? You think he had bad handwriting?
There's no way a professional athlete in that time had that
Yeah,
nice
but think about
handwriting.
this.
No,
You have the control of your body. Why wouldn't you have good hand-eye? Why wouldn't that mean
Yeah.
good handwriting?
And that's not even that nice a handwriting.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
mean,
it's.
for a Vito, it is. He puts his whole fist around the pencil.
Yeah, that's not that nice. I mean,
it's
it's
really nice handwriting.
It's fine. What year was it? Was this like in the
Just
60s, the 50s? I don't
Yeah,
know.
this would have probably been like
70. This
70.
yeah, because it was when the Yankees were playing at Shea Stadium when they
And-
were renovating.
Flat sends this to me and he goes, "My buddy swears that this is true." And I just read it and I go, "It's not true. This doesn't happen." This wasn't like if someone said, "Oh, I overheard him saying that to somebody,"
right.
I would go, "Yeah, well, he's an old drunk." But to write it down for an official thing,
And
To
then
no.
rat
sign
on
it?
yourself,
Yeah.
to rat.
I believe the top one more than I believe he might have written the top thing as a joke, and then somebody added the bottom.
By the way, you ever watch the MSC and NBC primetime people? One of them was just in the hall, and I heard him say "motherfuck." I'm like this.
Nice.
Yeah,
all you
say it
want.
every night. All right, Christy, we got to wrap up. So you and Vito are heading out for your date now.
Nice.
Now, Vito also doesn't drive, so I'm sending you guys
Nice.
deep into the Poconos for a romantic weekend.
Oh my
do we get back?
god.
Horse and carriage.
That's why he wants to do a bicycle
Get
date
one of
all
those
the time.
cool.
I'm surprised you could drive a bike.
I'm a great bike rider.
By the way, if you could drive a bike, you can drive a car.
I
It's
don't
the
think-
same thing you're steering. I'm telling you.
I don't think I've been behind the wheel of a car before and I hated it.
You know what? New daddy's taking you out.
Yay.
Gotta teach him how to drive.
Yeah.
New daddy.
I could be like this. No, goddamn it, slow down.
But Dad, you're making me nervous.
Yeah, everyone's dad always yell. That's the worst person to teach you how to
yeah.
drive.
Oh, yeah.
Is your dad.
Oh yeah. Oh god, that was an awful experience.
It's terrible.
You're making me nervous.
Yeah, stop yelling at me.
Well, like
I'll do it better if you're not yelling.
my dad is 91, and if I went down to pick him up now, he'd go, "Let me drive." I don't trust you behind there.
Chrissy Cielo and PD Dayabru's show, White Chocolate, is happening Saturday.
White chocolate.
White chocolate. It's happening Saturday, July 7th, 10 p.m. at Union Hall in Brooklyn.
It's happening.
On the show,
In studio.
on White Chocolate. Chocolate. Sashir Zamata, Sean Patton, Rob Cantrell, Alex English, Damian Lemon, David Ray Martin, and Joe Pera. Go to unionhallny.com for tickets. And PD hosts Better Days Comedy every Wednesday at Better Days in New York City.
By the way, I'm looking at that list, and I predict one of those people are going to have a bad set.
I don't know. Our audiences are so, it's hard to not do well.
I'm looking at the odds. That's a lot of comics. Somebody's having a bad set.
Well, David Ray Martinez is our hype man.
Oh, good.
So he hypes us up. He's not doing us.
I like to bully him too sometimes because the
Yeah.
audience, like you said, it's like I call them artisanal. I don't call them hipsters. I call
Yeah.
them fucking bocce ball. And
I
shit.
love
Like, what
that.
the fuck is wrong with you guys? And
Yeah.
then they're like, all right.
That's good.
It's
Toughen
easy
them
to
up a little
bully
bit.
them.
Mhm.
Yeah. In the positive way.
I think bullying is very, very important. You know, I think it helps everybody grow. I feel like we should be bullying North Korea right now. I think we could bully any smaller country.
Our
like we
our
used to.
best friend, North Korea, our greatest ally.
Yeah, but did you see the news today? They're still building the nuke things.
Oh man.
I
You
thought
can't
Trump
trust
said.
them.
I thought Trump has them in his pocket.
He's a new president. He doesn't understand them. You know.
Oh my God.
We need to make the world America. I feel like.
Thank you.
Just take over everything.
When I was a little
I feel like
kid,
they
I'd be
quit.
like, "How much Mexico could we take before they stop?" I used to try to change maps all the time in the
Really?
geography book. Yeah,
Really?
because little kids, I think little boys dream of conquest.
Yeah.
You know, that's our greatness.
Little killers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little boys are little killers. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about it.
Murderers.
We know how to conquer.
You never see a little boy playing with a doll going, "Someday I'll be a dad." No, he has a gun. He goes, "Someday I'll kill another human being with this." I'm practicing
Beautiful.
now.
It's
Yeah,
beautiful,
it is.
really.
You rip your GI Joes in half.
Whoa.
That's what you do.
Chris, are you saying you're number one or?
Let's say we have a minute left in the show.
Christ. Hey guys, let's make this work, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Last
give
minute is gonna be
them
the
a minute
best
to remember.
minute ever.
Oh my God, this is so much pressure.
Let it go out like the fireworks on 4th of July, but just joke.
Jokes.
Yeah.
My hair's
Taking off my shirt.
My hair's on fire.
I'm drowning.
I'm drowning. My face is on fire.
This
Vito, save me.
this show ends like every other. Vito doesn't get a date.
Guys, thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
us.
We love.
I
yeah.
love coming here. You guys are the best. Thank you.
Thanks
you
for-
got
yeah.
this.
Thanks for not just coming in when I'm away, because it's
I know, I missed you last
yeah,
time. We had
sure.
fun, though.
I heard like, hey, I could do this. Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!